Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a very good morning this morning. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Baby shark, doo 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 doo. Baby shark. Good morning, Mr. Ruben Sanchez. James Love, good morning. I know what you mean, Mr. Ruben. I'm not really awake right now, neither, but I still got to go live, so I'm gonna be waking up with you. How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? How about that? Um, yeah, the Catch Me Outside girl. She ended up letting her thing lapse, but she did own the trademark for Catch Me Outside, but she don't know more. Somebody actually looked up the trademark for me and said it was gold because I was just like, that was actually a smart move on her um, years ago. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you, baby shark. So happy for you. I know that's been a thing for you. You know what I mean? I'm drinking my coffee, trying to wake up. I got to take my medicine. When I get off here today, I got a call. I think I double booked my son for two different damn procedures. Hey, Miss Christine, how you doing this morning? But yeah, no, I literally accidentally double booked him and didn't realize that till today. Um, I was like, oh shit, he can't be in two places at once. And he sure the fuck don't need to be going to the orthodontist after getting tooth surgery. That wouldn't be a good idea. So I think I'm gonna call the orthodontist today and reschedule them um, because the tooth surgery has to happen in order for the orthodontist thing to go forward. So I'm gonna call them and tell them what's happening so they'll know. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they won't have a problem with it, as seeing this has to happen for everything to move forward. They might want to move his appointment back a day or so anyway, so that they can bond that tooth and you know attach it to the braces. One of his teeth is not coming down; it's staying in the gums and being stubborn as shit. I will say this: a good song should make you feel emotion, should make you cry, could make you angry, it could make you happy. Like, like when I listen to "Family Portrait" by Pink, that song right there, "Hey, watch your love," that song right there makes me emotional. The song "Who Knew" by Pink, um, that's one that makes me emotional, right? Makes me sad, makes me cry. There's a couple of them, right? Someone bring you some damn pancakes. Shit, I know I bought you a box of pancakes, but you had to make it yourself. What up, Miss Catherine? How you doing, Miss Catherine Powell? How you doing this morning? But yeah, no, and it's raining again today. Uh, but good songs should make you feel something. Now, if I want to knock somebody upside the head, one of my favorite songs to listen to is "We Some Head Busters." We some head busters. I don't know why, but that song just gets me in the right mood to knock somebody smooth the fuck out. That song's always done that. That song gets me hype as shit. You know what I mean? It does. I don't know why. And who sings that song anyway? I can't remember who sings Headbusters. But that song just gets me hype. Oh, it's 3 6 Mafia. I love 3 6 Mafia. One of my friend's favorite songs from 3 6 Mafia, and she used to sing it all the time, was "Slob on my knob, like corn on a cob. Check it with me and do your job. Juicy is my name. Sex is my game. lay on the bed and give me head. That was her favorite song. That was her favorite song, and she taught herself the entire rap. So guess who also got to learn the entire rap? Me. Yeah, it is cooling off though, thankfully. It ain't as hot as it's been, so hell yeah. But no, one of my friends, Slob on My Knob by 3 6 Mafia was one of her favorite songs. So obviously she learned lyrics, and guess who else had to learn them lyrics? Me. I had to learn them lyrics. I used to listen to 3 6 all the time now that I think about it. And then Project Pat, I used to listen to him a lot. He's actually from this area, Project Pat. Bonk, bonk, chicken, chicken, bonk, bonk. I think he's from Memphis, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think Project Pat is from Mississippi, though. I mean, from Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, he's from Memphis. That's what I thought. Him and his older brother, Juicy J, and the co founder of 3 6 Mafia. Yeah, they from Memphis, Tennessee. Bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hair and back, weaved up, jacked up. Your stuff is messed up. It says your shit. I made it more radio friendly. Oh, I know that song very well. Trust me, that's one of my jams right there. I be listening to Chicken Heads like it ain't nothing. I love Project Pat. Project Pat was my shiznit back in the day. Never Be a G featuring Juicy J and Doe Beat. Hell yeah. I love my Memphis people. I love all different kind of music now that I really think about it. Ooh, there's Late Night Tip by 3 6 Mafia. Okay. I realized I listened to a lot of 3 6 Mafia because of my sister. My sister absolutely loved 3 6, so I think I listened to a lot of them because of her. And then the name of the CD was called Sitting Fat Down South, and it was Lil Troy and a few others that was on this. And one of my favorite songs are "Wanna Be a Baller," Shot Caller, 20 Blaze on the Impala. Call her, get laid tonight. Swiss roll tight, got sprayed with ice. I hit the highway, making money the flyway. But it's gotta be a better way, yeah. I love that song. I absolutely loved that song when I was little. I used to play the shit out of that song. I listened to it so damn much that at one time I memorized the entire song. Still a bitch in my book. Oh, Lil Troy. See, I don't know why, but that song that song hit me though. Wanna be a hollow shot caller. Yeah, I love that song. But my favorite when I was ready to hit somebody, it was either we some head bust. I would listen to that get pumped, or I would listen to bark bark chicken chicken bark bark chicken head. My dad said the old school song, "Your mama's gonna knock you out. Your daddy's gonna knock you out." See, y'all remember that old ass song? That old ass song. Eh. Let me tell you a song that I memorized because of my uncle. You want to know a song? Okay, let me tell y'all something for y'all who don't know. The song by Sir Mix-a-Lot, "Baby's Got Back," came on a CD, not a CD, a cassette tape. It had two songs, on one side, one on the other. "Baby Got Back" was on one side, the other side was Mac Daddy. And the reason I know this is because my uncle listened to this song so much that I memorized "Baby's Got Back." I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, listening to that song. I memorized the entire song. The entire song. Hey, Mr. Don, good morning. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. She looks like one of those rap guys' girlfriends. But who understands those rap guys anyway? They only talk to her because she looks like a total, okay? I mean, her butt, it's just so big. It's just so round. It's just so out there. I mean, you know, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other boys can't deny. When a girl walks in with itty bitty wasting around thing in your face, you get sprung. When I pull up tuck, cause you notice that butt was stuck deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I want to get with you and take your picture. My homeboy tried to warn me, but that butt you got made me so horny. Ooh, rumpa smooth skin. You say you want to get in my biz? Well, use me, cause you ain't that average groupie. I seen her dancing. The hell with romance and she sweat wet. Got it going like a turbo flex. I'm tired of magazines. See a flat butts on the scene. Yes, I know that entire song because of my uncle. Entire song. He listened to that damn song so many damn times that it memorized it in my brain and I can't get rid of it for life. For life. I know that song exactly by heart, can rap it from the very beginning all the way to the very end and not miss a beat. That's how much that he listened to that song. And the other side, when it flipped over, said, Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy. That's the only part of that song I remember. I didn't necessarily memorize Mac Daddy, but I did remember the girls when they sang it. Mac Daddy. Yeah. It was a double. It was a cassette, and on one side was "Baby Got Back," and on the other side was "Mac Daddy." That was the two songs, and you can look those shit up. It, yeah, I don't know if you can even find that tape cassette anymore. Hey, Mister MRH. But think about it like that. Think about some of the songs that you heard as a kid that you ended up memorizing, right? Or you didn't know was dirty when you were little. I'm gonna tell you a song I didn't know was dirty when I was little because my daddy was smooth about it. When he would play this song, he would turn down the dirty parts. He knew exactly what parts to turn down so it didn't seem nasty. And this song is like one of the dirtiest fucking songs that you could listen to. If you've ever heard of Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. Oh shit, Clarence Carter. I'm stroking to the east, stroking to the west. I stroke 'em to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking. That's what I be doing. My dad always turned down the part in the verse where he's talking about dirty things, right? Like when it gets real bad, he'd turn it down real fast. I always wondered why he did that. But now I know because I heard that song now, and since I got older, and I'm like, oh shit, that song was dirty as hell. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know what that meant when I was little. I thought he was dancing. Yep, I thought he was dancing it to the east, dancing to the west, dancing. You know, that's like when we was little. I don't know if y'all ever did these things. We had the little nursery rhymes in school, right? We had Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, with silver buttons, all down her back. She went to school. We did that one. Then we had little Sally Walker sitting in a saucer. Rise, Sally, rise. Wipe your winky eyes. Put your hands on your hip and let your backbone slip. Shake it to the east, shake it to the west, shake it to the one that you love the best. And we'd be standing in a circle, and the person in the center has to do the little dance, and then they have to close their eyes, and they got to go around in a circle, and whoever they land on when they point has to be the next Sally Walker and do it. Pretty much. That was the game, right? I don't know why we thought that was so much fun. Don't ask. I don't know. But that's what we thought. We thought it was the funnest time that you got picked to be little Sally Walker. And then, hopscotch was a thing, and double dutch and all that shit. But we did a lot of damn crazy. I've realized this. Man, double dutch, I used to see people fighting over that stuff when I was little. Hell, I don't even know if I remember a Slick Rick song right now at this moment. I probably do, but I'm half asleep. You know what I'm saying? And it's not coming straight to my head at this moment. Ooh, you got you some Starbucks coffee delivered? Ooh, that sounds delicious. How many pumps of chocolate and caramel did you get? That's the question. It's just been so long since I listened to a lot of that music. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Rubin? I need to go back and take a refresher course. Shit. The reason that one song is stuck in my head so bad is though it's because of my uncle. He listened to that song over and over and over again. But then he wanted to get mad at me for listening to the Tina Turner soundtrack and listening to it over and over and over again. He wanted to get mad at me for listening to my Shiro. I loved Tina Turner when I was a kid. My favorite, I love What's Love Got to Do with It? Who needs a heart when I love Tina. Okay. And I remember watching that movie. Yep. Once upon a time, not long ago, there lived this guy who lived life low. Once upon a time, not long ago, there lived this guy who lived life low. You got to get the flow. Crazy part about it is I'm not a rapper. I don't claim to be a rapper, but I can rap, which is kind of crazy. But it's only certain songs, and it's only like, that's why I don't claim to be no rapper. I ain't no rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I can rap certain songs, which is weird. I think anybody can do certain songs. You know what I'm saying? But to be a rapper, you gotta like put pen to paper, in my opinion, and you know, all that other stuff. But no, just because you can rap songs don't necessarily make you a rapper. You know what I mean? Because there's a difference. That's just because you can hold a note don't mean you're the best singer in the world. I know I'm not. Heard of many people with prettier voices and better. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I would play that, but I be done got a. Oh, I remember this song. I remember that song. Man, that took me back. That took me back, Mr. Rubin. Yeah, I had to listen to it. I had to listen to it, on my other side, in my headphones. Thank God I got headphones on. You know what I mean? I remember that song. Oh, that was when I was like little for me, Mr. Rubin. I know that's gonna sound funny for some of y'all because y'all are older than me, but I was like a little bitty kid listening to that music. Like when I say little bitty kid, I mean little bitty kid. Um, I think I was shit 6 or 7, 8, something like that. When my sister got into that genre of rap, my sister did, and I forget exactly how old I was, but I do remember when she got into it because she had her little boom box. You know what I'm saying? She had her little boom box that she would carry around. You know the boom box I'm talking about. Everybody knows about the boom box, right? And we'd be sitting there listening to it on her boom box. I could see that for a lot of people to remember the song and forget who sang it and forget all that stuff. Because you got to think, for some of us, we were young kids, like young. I got to see what year this came out. This came out. Uh, what year was this song? Let's see. Slick Rick. See what year. What year did Children's Story come out? 1989. So technically, when that song came out, I was 2 years old. I was 2 years old when that song came out. Yeah, I was 2 years old when the song came out. But I remember hearing it when I was like 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? I remember hearing it when I was like 5 or 6. And what happened to Slick Rick? I'll go ahead and tell you right quick. It says that, check his Wikipedia page. Uh, Early life. Initial fame. Oh, he was incarcerated. He was incarcerated. In 1989, Walter's mother, Veronica, hired his first cousin, Mark Plummer, as her bodyguard. By 1990, Plummer had become a liability, trying to extort money from the artist numerous times. Plummer was fired and, unsatisfied with his severance package, tried to rob Walters on several occasions and threatened to kill the rapper and his mother. When Walters found bullet holes in his front door, he bought guns for protection. On July 3rd, 1990. Walters spotted Plummer in his neighborhood and fired at least 4 shots. One bullet hit Plummer, another caught a passerby in the foot. Neither suffered life-threatening injuries. He eventually pled guilty to 2 counts of attempted murder and other charges, including assault, use of a firearm, and criminal possession of a weapon. The rapper called it an act of self-defense. He spent 5 years in prison, 2 for then second-degree attempted murder charge he received for shooting, the 3 for disputes with Immigration and Naturalization Services over his residency in the U.S. He was released from prison in 1997. In the documentary film, the stuff. So they did have a problem they had disputes with Immigration and Naturalization Services over his residency. So you're right, actually, on both accounts. I was born in 1987. And if you were born in 79, and that was put out in 89, you were 10 years old when that song came out. And I was 2. You were 10 and I was 2. I'm only 38 years old right now. That's why I think it's kind of funny that these 50-year-old men, 50, and I use the word man very loosely. Hey, Mr. Jim Connie, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was and ever will be. Hey, Tainted Docket. Hey, Mr. Eric Foss. They struck you? For real? Why'd they strike you? Because of your words and it like what you said out your mouth? Oh, let me guess. They tried to get you for your thumbnail? Let me guess. They tried to get you for your thumbnail. But I thought, yeah, they're not men. They're boys. 2 50-something-year-old dudes who are old enough to be my dad are like attacking me. I think that's kind of funky. Like, I'm 38 years old. These dudes are old enough to like almost be my father's age. It's bullshit. You can't handle the truth. That's what you need to tell them, Mr. Eric. Oh, you didn't threaten nobody. Shit, I didn't hear you threatening there. I've been watching your last couple of shows. I've been catching your replays. I may not always catch you at the exact time you live, but I still try to catch your replay, right? And hit that like button or whatnot. Help the algorithm. And I ain't heard you threaten a damn nutter. Not a damn nutter. You just tell them the truth on them. I don't know if they like that too much, but I ain't heard you threaten nobody. Hell, now that I think about it, I ain't really heard you threaten a lot of people. Oh yeah, Baby Shark wasn't even born yet, y'all. I'm 38 years old, so it's crazy if these 50-year-old men don't have enough sense in their left pinky. You know what I'm saying? While they technically have shows, Mr. Eric's saying, while they have shows where they actually threaten to beat up women and put their hands on them and shit like that. Yep. Ain't that crazy, Mr. Eric? a real man, a real man don't put his hands on a woman. A real man don't try to threaten women. A real man don't put his hands on a woman. Well, I'm gonna say this: Mr. Eric does not take kindly if they see you trolling, they hate it. Mr. Eric don't like when people troll using somebody's name, so he's probably not going to unblock you. I'm sorry to tell you that, because you're not the real Christine, and he knows that. So I doubt that very much. So he's going to unblock you. I let the trolls rock out when they cock out, but sometimes Mr. Eric don't do that because that's disrespectful, and I understand his point of view. As long as you ain't doing nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Tainted, how you doing? Yeah, real men protect women. Yeah, Mr. Eric, that's not the real Miss Christine Fortunato. That's not really her. So that's why you blocked that account. So I understand your point of view because you would block it. Like now, I will say this: if somebody came in here and they were pretending to be like Mr. Eric's mom or Mr. Ruben's mom or something like that, you'd get blocked right away. A lot of times, let trolls rock out as long as they're not doxing anybody, if that makes sense, or bothering anybody that's not on the internet, and they're just chilling in chat. You know what I'm saying? No, they absolutely do hate women. Real men do not treat women that way. Yeah, I know you a good, friendly one. That's why I don't bother you. If you come in here on some BS, that'd be different, but you ain't. So that's why I let you rock out. You know what I mean? Thank you, Mr. Jim Condon, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was, ever will be. Let's see who won that membership. Uh-oh, Farmer Fred got it. What? Yeah, that's messed up, Mr. Airfoss. They let the Ripper threaten Angela on Angel's show last night, and now he's doing a video on her family, and I get struck. Like, first off, if you allow a man to be on your platform that attacks women like that, I got a problem with you. Now, if they're in a beef, that's a little different. Like they're going back and forth, blah, blah, blah. But to go after innocent family members, nah, that's not cool. Keep your beef on that person. You get what I'm saying? Keep your beef on that person. I don't know. I don't know what's so hard about that for people. What is so hard about keeping your beef online and about that person? Like there's so much you can beef with that person about. So why do you need to pull in innocent people out of their life into your bullshit? That ain't got nothing to do with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, why not read the facts of somebody's life? Why not read them for filth? I don't understand that bullshit of going after innocent people. Roast the shit out of somebody's pictures. Roast the shit out of what they said on their channel. It's not that hard to do. Angel's trying to get you locked up, Mr. Eric. She's just doing it through other people. I have seen people do that before. I'm not saying, um, you know, I have seen people do that before. Use other people to fight their battles for them. I have seen that before. I myself have never been that type. I've got friends in higher places. If I really wanted I could reach out and have a lot of people on some people's necks, but I choose not to do that because it's my fight. You get what I'm saying? It's my fight. I would only reach out to certain people for help if it became a problem and I needed that. You get what I'm saying? But I don't ask other people to join my beefs. You know what I'm saying? I take care of it my damn self. Like I've never asked another living soul to join a beef for me. Because I think every person should take up their own beef, right? Handle it yourself. Like I'm not gonna let anybody come in here and disrespect Miss Angela's nephew or disrespect Miss Maureen's husband or no bullshit like that. But if I'm gonna do some reading for filth, I'm gonna do it my damn self. I don't need nobody else to fight my battles. I fight them my damn self. Don't mean I don't have friends along the way that take up for me, that love me and all this stuff. That ain't what I'm saying. But like, I know I can handle my shit. You know what I mean? Because when you check your channel, you don't have any videos. And the real Christine has videos. And so that's why. That's a serious question. That is the serious answer. When you click on your channel, you have no videos proving you're Christine. That's the entire truth. You had no videos, no lives, no nothing like that. She does, and so the channels don't match up. They know her sub count, things like that. Oh my God, that's another thing, Miss Rubin. Like I'm gonna say this. I have heard them make up fake stories about people attacking people that people ain't even. A person hadn't even been attacked by a person over here. Oh, I'm gonna say this. That's another thing that kills me, Mr. Rubin, is when people won't stand in their shit. When I do something, I'll say I fucking did it. I'll stand in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I stand in my ish. I tell the truth on the shit that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like if I did it, I'd be like, hell yeah, I did that. Show did. I show did it. I show did do a show where I roasted every one of their pictures and had a roast-a-thon. Show did it. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie and say I didn't do it. Why would I lie? I have no reason to. Radioactive oatmeal. What? I might have to look that up. They have radioactive oatmeal. Who the fuck gonna eat some radioactive oatmeal? Radioactive, radioactive. Now it making me think of that song. Oh, 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 oh. I see radioactive shrimp, Walmart, radioactive oatmeal. So the term radioactive oatmeal refers to unethical experiments conducted on children at the Fernandal State School where they were fed oatmeal laced with radioactive tracers without informed consent. The background of the experiments. From 1946 to 1956, children at the Fernando State School in Massachusetts were subjected to experiments involving radioactive materials, specifically Quaker Oats breakfast cereal, mixed with radioactive tracers. These experiments were conducted by researchers from MIT and Harvard University under the guise of Science Club. The children, many of whom were orphans or had been abandoned, were promised perks like baseball tickets and gifts in exchange for their participation. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, snap. You'll be co hosting? Shit, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be fucking psycho. I'm just saying to have y'all two motherfuckers on the same panel at one time. Oh, you did a 360 on the switch up on the style? I think all different styles are awesome. But that's kind of crazy though that they was experimenting. I mean, that's not the first or the last experiments that were done on children back in the day. But that would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it, Mr. Rubin? If we saw both of them motherfucker on the same panel, shit, y'all would shut the internet down. Everybody be talking about it. I'm just saying, it would be a complete meltdown, shut down. That would be crazy. Like, could you imagine? Y'all would have motherfuckers talking for weeks on that shit. That would be like, yeah. That's if we could get both of them in the same room at the same time, Mr. Rubin. That would be cool, though. And it would shut down the entire internet. Hey, Mr. Jasper Rocks, good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having a good morning. But they used to experiment on kids on a bunch of different shit. That would be crazy. That would be like you know, like two of the big heads coming together. That would be crazy. It's not impossible. That's true, Mr. Rubin. That would be absolutely crazy. But I think that's a cool thing about it, Baby Shark, is that you don't have to stick to one genre of music. You could be all over the place if you choose to. That would be dope and funny at the same time. And it would crash the internet. I'm just saying. A lot of those people would lose their shit. If you put two big dogs, two men, you get what I'm saying, up on the same damn panel, they would lose their shit. If you had Fumble Nuts Friday featuring Eric Frost, man, that would be crazy. Motherfuckers be like losing their everlasting minds. I'm just saying. I would laugh. I would laugh. All right, I'll go check it out. Baby Shark, Baby Shark. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because this is a promo. This is a promo. This ain't the real thing. Y'all have to wait for Friday for the real thing. I'm gonna show y'all a promo of Baby Shark's thing. Right quick. Let me see if I can open it in new tab. Let's see if we can open it in a new tab. I don't think it'll play. No, it ain't gonna play that way. So I just have to leave it right here. All right. So basically, I gotta do it like this. Eh, I do it like this, then I'll zoom it up, and I'm gonna show Baby Shark's promo this morning for the song, the new song, y'all, the new song. So let me go right here. We're gonna show the new song. We're gonna show the new song. This is a promo for Baby Shark's new music. Baby Shark, if you could drop your channel. If you don't, I'll do it in a minute. This is a promo for the new music. It's dropping Thursday.
The echoes fade with morning sun. The floorboards creak, the kettle sighs, and peace returns, it never lies. I see my shadow on the wall, smaller now but standing tall. It's not the same, but that's okay. I found myself along the way. I'm home again though nothing's changed. The air still hums, the world's the same. But something in me's learned to stay, to love the quiet anyway. No fireworks, no grand design, just sunlight through a window line. And in that light I feel the rain. I'm home again. The echoes fade with morning sun. The floorboards creak.
I got so lost in that song, Baby Shark. I swear I got lost in that song. But Baby Shark just dropped their channel. If y'all can subscribe and whatnot, they dropping new music and stuff. It's all nice. It's good listening. We played the other song last week. They've already dropped one song. We need to run up the numbers on it. And they're going to have new music dropping Thursday. Hey, Miss Pam. Selective outrage beggars beware. I love when y'all be doing that and y'all be putting like the little extra stuff behind y'all's names. That's just awesome to me. I am having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. We just over here chilling and talking and, living our best life and whatnot. We living our best life. Okay. That song's very beautiful. Very beautiful, Baby Shark. I like the way it's all smooth and shit, make you want to just sit there. I was doing it. I don't know about y'all, but I was sitting here like my body was moving to the left and the right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Drop your business channel. Drop Vortex. Drop your business. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Okay. When a pimp try to get at you, pocket like it's hot. Pocket like it's hot. But that would be crazy if Mr. Eric Foss and Mr. Fumble did decide to do a show together. That would be crazy. That would be kind of like two titans, you know what I'm saying, doing a show together. Pocket like it's hot, pocket like. Now that song's specifically in my head, and I don't know why. When a pimp try to get at you, my pocket like that. I don't know why. Don't ask. Y'all know how my brain is. Random songs run through it all the time. I just be sitting there and it's be crazy. I was sitting there thinking about all the child experiments they used to do back in the day. That's just, if you think about it in retrospect, with the one that Tainted Docket just brought up and the multiple others, it's like they didn't care what happened to the children because they were orphans or whatnot. That's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that they would use those innocent kids for that. Plan is by the end of the year, hopefully I'll be settled on a record deal. Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to tell you something, though. You could keep doing it the independent way and you'll blow up and you won't need that deal. You'll make more money independently. Just saying. But a record deal could help in the fact of pushing you out there faster. Nowadays, though, with everything being digital, you could put it on Apple. You could put it on the streaming services yourself and make your own money. Let me see what Mr. Rubin just dropped. Let me click on that. Ooh, that's cool. I like whoever did that, Ryder fam. Right, it's a Raider fan. They're fucking talented because they just took the vocals off that track and put it to a bluegrass song. So they had to find the right beat and the bluegrass that would sound good with it. But it sounds fucking amazing. That shit is dope, Mr. Rubin. That shit dope as fuck. What up, disrespectfully mix? How you doing this morning? Yeah, don't get no damn what's it called, a 360 deal. Don't get one of them motherfuckers. Be very picky. And if you don't get the right deal on your table, do it the independent route. Because you can release all your music yourself. You just need some bigger people to promote it. You need to get it in the ears of bigger people, and that's all you got to do. And once it spreads like wildflower, wildfire on the YouTube streets and through the internet, you know what I'm saying? You don't need nothing else. You want to know what my theme song is, Mr. Rubin? There's a song. I may end up playing it, but I may have to cut it out of this live after effects. Basically, I won't get monetization for the uh, video after the fact. I can play it. It's not going to strike the channel, but because you can play music, it's not going to strike the channel. It just takes away your monetization, right? And you just have to cut it out after the fact, and you can edit your video and cut that out. I'm gonna show y'all my theme song if it was for me, and it would be all about me. This is my favorite song. It's literally by Mike Smith, and this is my jam. I'm telling you, this is my jam. I love this song with all my heart. Y'all got to hear it. Even if I have to cut this out of the live after the fact, because I will have to cut it out of the live. It will take my monetization, but I can get it back by no, I want to play it for everybody. I got to do it. So I'm going to have to edit my video after the fact. But it's cool. I don't mind editing my video for us to listen to this song. I ain't going to get in no trouble. I just have to edit it out after the fact. I've done it before. I played this song before. There's certain songs you can't play, and I'll be like, that's more like Janet Jackson, shit like that. But this, I just have to, go through and edit the video. Hey, Cat Daddy, what up? But I have to, y'all have to hear it. It ain't gonna get me in trouble though. I've done it before. Oh, cool, Tated. I'm gonna have to go look on your thing. Well, technically, I edit in the YouTube studio and just clip out that little section is all I do. Is clip out that little section. It gives me the option to clip out or erase the song. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. But we got to listen to this song. Y'all got to hear. This is my theme song right here, y'all. This is all me right here, every day, all day. I love this song. I've sung this song many, many times. One of my friends from Florida actually introduced me to the song. If he was in here, he'd tell you. His name's Acid. He introduced me to the song. And I loved it. I fell in love with the song.
You ain't shit.
I have loved that song since forever, ever. When I heard it, I know I'm petty. I do not care. I love it. He reads that hoe for filth through the whole song, and it sounds like some shit I would say. I ain't no love over here, hoe. You know what I'm saying? I love this song. So when I feel like I want to be petty and cuss a bitch out, I listen to him. Okay. This guy's named Mike Smith, and he's from Florida. Okay. And this song wasn't on any of his albums or nothing like this. This is something he put out on his own on his YouTube channel. In fact, I'm gonna copy this link for y'all. So if y'all feel like y'all having a petty moment and y'all want to listen to this song and save it to your playlist, you can have your petty moment, baby. Cause sometimes on this song, this is when I'm feeling real petty. And there ain't no love over here, ho. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. That's like my theme song. But it does sound like he was up in the beef sector, didn't it? Disrespectfully mixed. And he was cussing some hoe out. He was talking about she had cottage cheese belly. You know what I'm saying? Her titties hanging out her bra. All kind of shit. He talking about her pussy stank. She don't know what 4 + 4 means. Little stupid asshole. I love that song. Hold on just a minute, y'all. But I love you could park a car in that bitch. He talking about her cootie cat. You know how women got loose cats and you can park a car in that bitch. Yeah, he talking about her cootie cat. Yo titty hang low. Yeah. That's why I absolutely adore that song right there. I might have to cut that out after the fact, but I had to play that song because that's one of my favorite songs of all time. If you didn't know, one of my friends, he introduced me to the song. When he did, I would get him to play this song all the time. I'm like, can you play the petty song? That's what I always called it, was the petty song. And it's called Fuck You Mean by Mike Smith, F.Y.M. And I fell in love with that song. I really did. Yeah, smell like lobster. That was disrespectful to lobster. Polar lobster. He didn't do nothing. He got thrown in there too. But this song does remind me of like beef sector shit, right? It reminds me of what you should do when you beef, right? We have so many, like, this goes for all sectors, right? This is a general statement, right? So many people take it offline and take it too seriously. This song technically is what a beef is supposed to be. A roast, a gag, you making fun of the other person, they come back, they say some shit about you. It's never supposed to go real life. You get what I mean? And too many people that get to losing and can't think of intelligent words or how to roast and gag, and they got to go straight for the doxing. They got to go straight for the bullshit and attack innocent people in your family. You know what I'm saying? Attack your children and shit like that. No, you should be able to do what this man did right here for all these bars and just roast them for filth, for the facts of their life. You could talk about how they BBL stink. You could talk about how they got cottage cheese belly. You could talk about how they titties hanging out their bra. You could talk about how they left eyes bigger than their right eye. I mean, you could say a bitch look like she got a mask on all the time. Look like she don't even need to go Halloween shopping. Bitch could trick or treat all year round. Not just on Halloween. I mean, there's so much you can say. One day we do need to do a roastathon again. And I need, you know how we had everybody sending in pictures, and just for me to roast them, I didn't even know who some of the pictures was. I was just roasting the fuck out of those pictures, and I didn't care who it was. I need to do that again one day. That was fun. Yeah, he kept it lightweight. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Just using, you know, roast and gags, like roast and gags. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's other words you could use besides fat bitch. Calling somebody's fat ain't gonna hurt their feelings. I'm just gonna tell you, calling somebody fat ain't gonna hurt their feelings. But what you could say, okay, instead of calling them a fat bitch, if you want to be disrespectful, say, did you wash up under that third fat roll you got? I bet that shit growing mold up under that motherfucker. That's how you roast, okay? Because calling somebody fat, that don't hurt their feelings. But you want to hurt their feelings? Say, did you wash between your 3 fat rolls today? I bet there's lint growing up in that shit. See, there's different ways you can make fun of fat people. I'm just saying. And a skinny bitch, you can say she's a bony hoe. And that, you know, the reason dudes don't want to sleep with her because it's like bone on bone crime. I'm just saying. And you don't automatically have to go for the vagina per se and talk about somebody's lunch meat. I'm just saying. There's different ways you can go about it. You know what I'm saying? Did you wash those dingleberries out your ass? I bet you didn't. I bet you walking around here with shit stains in your drawers. There's different ways you can roast a hoe, right? You can say a dude's walking around here looking like an uncircumcised penis, no gel having motherfucker. Shit, I may have double chins, but bitch, I think I need to share one with you because you ain't got one. I mean, there's so many different ways you can roast a hoe for filth. Be intelligent with it. Come up with your own shit. Be funny. See, Miss Catherine, she says she's working on her big bag right now, and it's gotten smaller. And she's been consistently working out at the gym. See what? See, she's not gonna have big back problems no more. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna get little back problems. There's different ways you can roast a hoe for filth. You ain't gotta do like the crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You know some of these motherfuckers sit online entirely too much. You know they don't clean their houses. You know they don't wash their asses. You know they don't brush their motherfucking teeth. They walking around here smelling. Thank God we ain't got smell-o-vision because some of these motherfuckers, and then you know some of these bitches got roaches and bugs and they like besties with the bugs. They done named it and everything. Like they got Don Cheeto and they got Uncle Cletus over there, roach. They got I'm trying to think of some funny names for some roaches, y'all. You know, some of these people, they just sitting here doing some crazy shit. So there's different ways that you can roast a motherfucker for filth. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I know I'm fluffy and I do not care. I love my cake, bitch. And ain't nobody taking my cake from me. Okay? We will fight in the streets if you try to take my cake from me. Okay? I will roll on the floor with you and I will poke you in your eye and throw dirt in your eye if you try to take my cake away. All right? Hey, Miss Madison. Hope you're having a good morning. But there's many different ways that you can roast a bitch for filth, for fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Many different ways you can do it without being hateful, without being and be intelligent with it. Come up with the little funnies. See, that's what I used to love about the beef sector back in the day when they used to do their little skits and shit, is they actually came up with comedic, funny words about the other person. Like, no matter how much you don't like Rob Rex, tell me it wasn't crazy, him sitting there saying that Miss Tracy smelled like mustard. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, everybody still uses that read to this day, but he came up with it. Right? But that's some shit that's awful. And I like Miss Tracy a lot. But I'm just saying that was a read. Look at the fact of we could look at more reads and what other people have been said about them, right? There was some funny one-liners that came out of shit. Miss Catherine has been doing her yeah, he said it. He's the one that came up with it. Rob Brack's the one that came up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's many different one-liners so that came out of the beef sector. Like every time we think about Miss Tracy, what song do y'all think of? There's a lot going on now. Ooh. You think of that song because she did that song, right? And then when you think about Miss Paulette, what do you think about? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. That's what you think about when you think about Miss Paulette. You know what I'm saying? There's certain one-liners that came out of the damn beef sector that was funny as fuck. And I would love for us to get back to that shit. Get back to the roast, the gags, the funnies, and not the bullshit. If I was going to read Lemon down, I like Lemon. Lemon's cool. But if I was going to, I'd tell him I'd squeeze his motherfucking ass. Because I would show him how to take lemons and make lemonade out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he likes to go by the name Lemon, right? There's many jokes that you can come off of for a lemon. You just a sour motherfucker, you lemon ass. You got a lemon ass head. That's a lot. There's a lot of jokes you could just make off his name. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can make off of somebody's name, a lot of jokes. You get what I'm saying? You could joke off of. Like me and Watcher, we like to, hey, Miss LaDon, me and Watcher, we like to joke off each other all the time. And I done told her and Miss Danny, I told Miss Danny, you know, with her bonus boobies that she could cut glass with them titties. And I told her that she could tell me that I need to donate my double chin for the Chinless organization. And then me and Watcher, we be talking about how we can't see eye to eye all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you know a motherfucker got eyes that move around, all you got to do is say you can't see eye to eye with them. Y'all don't always see eye to eye. It's that simple. There's different ways that you can read somebody for filth that you don't have to go dirty. You don't have to go low. And it could be funny. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I got that Peter Griffin chin. Hell yeah, I need to share it with the chinless, girl. I need to share it with the chinless. Some of these chinless motherfuckers ain't got no chin, so I need to share. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Beth. I'm called myself Peter Griffin. Hello. Come on now. If you can't make fun of yourself, you can't make fun of other people. If you can't take a joke, get out the kitchen if it's too hot. Like, it's real simple. It's reading 101. Basic, when you was on the school grounds as little kids and y'all would sit there and do your mama jokes and your greasy granny with holes in her panties jokes, right? Y'all remember them jokes when we was little. Sometimes people take it too far and we got two friends that start fighting for real because somebody said, see, what ended up happening is that people would be joking at first, right? They'd be joking at first, talking about your mama so fast she used a blanket as a washcloth, right? It started out funny at first. Then somebody would go a little too far. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And the person who couldn't think up a good joke would end up saying something like, and that's why your daddy ain't at home with you. And then that starts a fight, a real fight. Because their daddy really did leave. That's true. Like I told him, I'm going to tell you something. Call me fat, because here's the thing. You can call me fat all day long. I can lose weight, but can you lose ugly? Hell no, you can't, bitch. See, here's the point. I'm a fat, pretty bitch. So I can lose fat, but you can't lose ugly. Bitch, you look like you got hit by the ugly tree all the way down. Every stick done hit you 2 or 3 motherfucking times on your way down. And when you fell at the bottom, the ground said, oh, hell no. See, you could have got them back then, LaDon, when they said your granny had holes in the panties. You could have been like, well, my granny ain't wearing no panties, so now what, bitch? See, that's a comeback. People too sensitive nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They are disrespectful and mixed. Because back in the day, we used to do this for fun. Just poking at each other. You know what I'm saying? Just having fun. Now people taking this shit a little too seriously. They're going too far. You know what I'm saying? If you can't take a joke and you're too sensitive, go sit down somewhere. Oh, beauty fades. That's what I try to tell people, Miss Beth. Tomorrow, one of us could have a whole wreck or something happen and have to have some kind of surgery, and we ain't gonna look the same, right? Beauty fades. But, I'm talking about jokes, right? I'm talking about jokes. Some people can't even handle a fucking joke. Oh, man, I'm telling you, somewhere in the mix, we lost joking about each other and having fun and just, roasting each other filth and not taking it too seriously. You get what I'm saying? Because if you take it too seriously, like one day I was roasting people's pictures and some people took it too seriously. I hurt their fifis, right? I hurt their fifis and whatnot. And I hurt somebody's fifis so bad that they felt they had to dox me and do all kind of shit to me because I hurt their fifis. And all I was doing was telling the truth. Well, I'm sorry if you don't like that. I said you look like an uncircumcised penis head and you ain't got no motherfucking chin. And, I can't help it that you got, you wearing mask all the time. So you got fucking, you got a yeast infection on your motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? You insecure. I'm not. That's the thing. You calling me a fat bitch didn't bother me. Go ahead, roast my pictures. Do that. That's what you're supposed to do. But when you carry it to innocent people, you carried it too far. Because you couldn't handle words. That means you're a punk bitch. I'm sorry, but am I wrong? A motherfucker who can't take a joke or can't take a roast and a gag, they a punk bitch, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but they a punk bitch if they can't take a joke. Because I was just being petty. You know what I'm saying? And I was reading a bitch for filth. Go take your shower. It'll wake you up. Wake me up before you go. Leave me laying here like a cholo. Let me pull out my ratchetness. Oh, child, I still think that's funny, Miss LaDonnell, to come in and said I'm ghetto. Bitch, I grew up in the ghetto. So, yeah, I'm going to talk it. And it ain't no fucking play. It's for real. Motherfuckers who's met me in real life will tell you this is how I talk every day of the motherfucking week. And just because I grew up there does not mean that, okay, I didn't grow up in the fucking suburbs. I don't talk like a suburban bitch. I'm sorry that my speech pattern fucking bothers you. Get over it. I already have. Do you know how many times I get made fun of for how I speak? Do you know the first two questions I get asked every damn time somebody hears the words coming out of my mouth? I bet you 50% of y'all in the chat can guess the two questions I get asked every fucking time I speak. Could you imagine getting asked that every fucking time you speak? Because that's just the way you fucking speak. And it's not something you can help or change. I'm sorry I didn't grow up in the suburbs. I'm sorry. Nope, that's not one of the questions. I don't get arguments because I am white as fucking Casper, the friendly motherfucking ghost. The first question I get is, I'm married to or am I dating a black man? So the answer to that is no. The second question that I get asked is, where did you grow up? That is the question that is the truth. That is a yes. That's the two questions I get asked every fucking time I talk. Every time. And I mean in public, in real life. That's the two words That's the two questions I always get asked. Because people think I'm putting on because I date a certain way. No, it just never landed that way for me. I only have 2 exes. Okay? My body count is 3 and done, damn it. So it just never landed that way, me. By the time I got my 3rd and done, there was a nice gentleman that I probably would have dated. But I was already with somebody and I ain't a cheating hoe. Okay? But I didn't grow up in the motherfucking suburbs. I grew up half in the country. So that's why you hear the country come out of me, right? And half in the ghetto and the hood. Now, I also didn't know. I want to ask my hood people this. And my ghetto people this. Did y'all know that not all hoods and ghettos are made the same? I learned that the motherfucking hard way. He's bougie, motherfucker, disrespectfully mixed. I love his ass, but he bougie as shit. Like, he bougie. You know what I'm saying? But here's the fucked up shit. We didn't know this till he got his blood work back because he's adopted, right? Come to find out, my husband is partially mixed. His mama was half Native and half black. His daddy was a white man, but he looks like white as shit. But we didn't know that shit. Not until he got his blood work back. We didn't know that shit. I didn't care. I don't give a fuck about that shit. My mom and daddy taught me love is love. And yes, I have 4 mixed nieces and nephews, and I dare a motherfucker to call them out their name. One of them is Puerto Rican and white. My sister is half Mexican and white. She looks like she's black and white, though. Most people think she's mixed that way, but it's technically Mexican and white. She just happened to take more after she got caramel complected. And I got 3 nieces and nephews. I got a nephew and 2 nieces that are half black and half white. One nephew that's half mixed, half Puerto Rican and white. My family is full of all different colors of the rainbow, baby. Because you know what my parents taught us? Love is love, baby. And treat people how they treat you. If they good to you, be good to them. If they an asshole, be an asshole right back. You get what I'm saying? That's what I was taught. I was taught love is love. Be a real person. Be kind. Judge a person by the content of the character, not by anything else. Because my mom and daddy did believe in Mr. Martin Luther King. Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. William. That's true, Miss LaDawn. Love is love, baby. And when you find that person that's good to you and treats you right and y'all get along good and y'all mesh well, it don't matter about nothing else. My sister dated out and I don't give a fuck. I loved her first boyfriend. I like some of them better than I liked her white boyfriends. Her white boyfriends, some of them I ain't like too much. I wish she would have went back to D Magic. He was cool as shit. I loved him. He was a good dude. I loved him deaf. He was like my favorite brother-in-law. And his brother was like my best friend, Tank. And those are street names, so I can say them because I'm not what do you call that? I'm not doxing them, right? That's their street names. So you wouldn't know who they are unless you've been in the streets here, right? That's not their real names. So I can say them. And here's the fucked up shit. Both of my sisters got street names, but I didn't. That's some bullshit. And y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're from the hood, the street name versus your real name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's almost, for my white peoples, that's like your nickname your family gave you. Okay? Just saying. I didn't get one. It's some bullshit. They got one, but I didn't get one. It's a neighborhood thing, racing. It's a neighborhood thing, baby. Because there's a difference. There is the ghetto and then there's the hood. They're 2 different things. But they can be interchangeable words. All right. So, do you ever watch Save the Last Dance? You ever watch that movie where the little girl went from the suburbs to the hood? That's pretty much, it's similar, but a little different. Every hood's different. Every ghetto is different. It just depends. I also grew up in a trailer park too. And I also grew up in the deep woods, in the backwoods, and I grew up a little bit everywhere. Shit. I don't uplift the bad parts of the hood and the ghetto. Miss, just read my book, thought I did that. No. I don't uplift the bad parts of it. And everybody knows about the bad parts. But there were some good things about it. It ain't the same no more, but back in the day, there was a such thing as community. We had fish fries, we had good times, right? Nowadays, it's not exactly the same as it used to be. There's not a code anymore. There used to be a code back in the day when you lived in those areas. Children and women were off limits. So they didn't go to the schools and do nothing crazy. It wasn't like that. It's just, that's what I'm saying. I'm cultured, disrespectfully mixed, and it taught me a lot. I know, Bryson, and it's good that you ask questions because I would rather you be curious and ask questions than be ignorant and not learn, right? Because ignorance is basically, and that's not the same thing as stupidity. Stupidity is learning and knowing better and still doing it. Ignorance is not knowing and never learning it. So I would rather teach one. You get what I'm saying? Than have somebody be ignorant. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't hate on somebody because of their circumstance. People get put in situations and have to live a certain lifestyle because that's all they know. That's because they're pushed into that lifestyle. So if you know a corner boy, don't put him down. You don't know what his story is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what his family's been through. You know what I'm saying? So just because they're different than you and you might not understand why they live that way, you get what I'm saying? Don't judge a book by its cover. Because I have met some of the most amazing people that you have ever met in your life. Good people with good hearts. You know what I'm saying? It's just their circumstance. You get what I mean? So don't judge a book by its cover. Please don't. What up, free side, the best side? I'm telling you, I miss that mix. I miss the cookouts, the when you used to have the block parties and all the little kids be playing together, everybody be playing dominoes and cards and all that shit. The grown-ups and us kids be running around like little heathens. I'm gonna say this, don't judge a book by its cover just because you don't understand it yourself, right? If you've never lived it, you wouldn't understand. If you never lived in those areas, you wouldn't understand that some people get put in a position where that's all they think they know. So don't judge a book by its cover. If somebody gets out, praise them. Because I'm going to tell you, that's the hardest thing that a lot of people don't understand. What up, way up, dude? That's true. That's crazy, Miss Beth. I was just thinking about that. You remember when people in the neighborhood used to, like mamas or grandmamas used to pass away, and everybody in the neighborhood would bring over food. You know what I'm saying? Pay their respects. They don't even do that no more. Think about it. You move in the neighborhood, don't nobody know nobody. You don't know if somebody's family member passed away. You don't know if they going through a hardship and the person is out of work. Do y'all remember when people used to do that? They used to bring over, casseroles or, food, and they'd cook it and they'd bring it over to your house. You know what I'm saying? And you knew the next person was having it hard. So, if you were doing good, you might bless them and help pay a little bill or something that they didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that much anymore. That's a very rare thing. They still do that big there. You better take it. You better enjoy it while it lasts, race and love. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The new generation wasn't brought up that way. The new generation wasn't brought up to check on your neighbor to see how people doing. But think about it. Back in the day, we used to have community. We had something called community. If you knew somebody lost their job and you knew somebody else was hiring, you'd go give them the 411. Hey, look, such down the block is hiring right now if you need a job, or somebody's parent passed away, you'd bring them some food and you'd help them out. You know what I'm saying? My mama used to donate our hand-me-downs to some kids down the street because their mama couldn't afford clothes. So she would take all our hand-me-downs and she would pass it on to them because she had like 4 or 5 kids and couldn't necessarily afford things. She was trying to do it all on her own, being a single mom. So my mom and daddy would, spread the wealth and donate it to somebody they knew that was in need in the neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? Now I got a good neighborhood here. And I got to know some of my neighbors here. I got one neighbor that's, you know what I'm saying? But my other neighbor, I love both of them to death. I'll help them pull out their garbage if they need it, if they forget, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the world is becoming very selfish. A lot of things ain't the same. You go have a good one, girls. Get on your business, girl. But down here, it used to be different. Neighborhoods used to be different. Community used to be different. Even the gangs used to be different. They used to have a code. They don't have that code no more. It's wherever I catch you. That's the code now. But the code back in the day, if a man was with his wife and children and they were at church or they were at the school ground, he was off limits when he was with his family. They said, I'll catch you when you by yourself. Nowadays, they don't care. They don't care if he on the playground pushing his kid. They don't care. It's different. There used to be codes. There used to be street codes. There used to be life codes. There used to be community. There's a lot of shit that has changed. Communities ain't the same anymore. Block parties aren't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Fish fries, the whole neighborhood coming out. That's not really a thing as much anymore in a lot of places. And it's sad. It's sad. You get what I'm saying? It's really sad that that's a dying thing, because that used to be, for me, I loved going to those things and playing with all the kids and having fun. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how shit is changing. Now we got to worry about people going into our church houses and shooting them up. We got to worry about people, walking down the street. You didn't have to worry about that back in the day like that too much. You had a little bit, but not too much. You get what I'm saying? Now it's just crazy nowadays. That's true, Miss Catherine. The whole world has changed, and now people are more concerned about themselves. They don't give a fuck about the next person. It's crazy, though, to think about where we came from to where we are. Some things have gotten better, but some things have suffered because of it, right? Being more inclusive and loving others and not caring about religion, race, creed, all that other shit, that has gotten better. But along the way, we lost community-based things. We lost the checking on thy neighbor. We lost, the neighborhood's parents looking out for all the neighborhood kids. You know what I'm saying? We lost a lot of that shit. Yeah, I remember when you used to have community dinners. I remember, think about this. How many of y'all still actually have family reunions? How many of y'all still have them? We don't have them as much anymore because a lot of our old heads have passed away, and the young kids don't want to get together. The young kids don't want to bring the family together. Hell, a lot of us young people don't know who all our cousins are, right? We don't know everybody, so how are we going to invite everybody? Think about it. Think about the family reunions back in the day. You used to have them twice a year. You get what I'm saying? So we don't even have family reunions like we used to. Bringing everybody together, having a huge thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's rare nowadays, because when the older generation passes away, a lot of the new generation don't want to keep it going. They're too worried about living their life. They don't want to bring the family together like they used to. Think about this in retrospect. All right, not just family reunions. How many of you know your distant cousins? Or you find out you kin to people you didn't even fucking know. You're like, oh shit, I'm really kin to them. I saw them the other day and such didn't realize that was my cousin. That's what happened with ours, Mr. Don. The head of our family We got one left on one side, but the other side, all of them passed away. So there's nobody there to bring everybody together. There's nobody there to bring everybody together. That's what sucks. That has changed a lot. A lot of things have changed, some for the better, some for the worse, if that makes sense. Young kids are now thinking they have to grow up way before they should. Think about kids nowadays at 14, how they're dressing versus how you dressed when you were 14. Think about how kids are acting at 14 now versus how we acted at 14. At 13 and 14, I was still playing with Barbie dolls and baby dolls, and I was still playing with Polly Pockets and Tamagotchis and, still being a kid at 14. 14 now, these kids are trying to date. They trying to grow up and date grown-ass men. They trying to do the things that a 16 and 17-year-old does. We didn't think about things that a high schooler thought about at 14 and 13. We were doing middle school kid shit. Think about how fast kids are growing up now, and they're not trying to be kids anymore. Think about the age of technology and bullying and how it's changed. Well, back in the day when bullying was a thing, when you got home, you got to get away from your bully. These kids nowadays don't have a way to get away from their bully. Their bully's online still bullying them. You get what I'm saying? Their bully don't stop. Where we didn't have that. When we got home, the bully was gone. Unless the bully just so happened to be your brother or sister or something. You know what I'm saying? But, think about the things that we do get from technology, but the bad things that come along with it, too. If you think about it in retrospect, even the times changing and things changing sometimes for the better, bad comes along with it, too. There's always going to be good and bad in every scenario and every situation. Yeah, a lot of people don't stop to smell the roses, Miss Beth, and look around at the beauty surrounding them. A lot of people live in that fast lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, and wanting things to go. Think about the dating world. Think about how dating used to be versus how dating is today. Dating in today's world is fast-paced. You meet on these apps. You got to go out to a first meetup. Some people sleep together on the first date. They already been talking for a couple weeks. Blah 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 blah. Back in the day, a man courted a woman. He brought flowers to her door. He asked her like a gentleman. When it got time for them to actually get married, he asked her father for her hand in marriage. That don't happen as much anymore. Think about the way things have changed in that. That is true, Mr. William. A lot of these parents nowadays, I watched this, no shit. I was in a doctor's office, and I watched this lady. She got like 6 kids under 6. I was like, damn, she was doing a lot of fucking. But anyway, they give their kids the tablet and just go, hush and play your tablet. They let the tablet raise their kid instead of saying, no, sit down and be quiet. When we were kids and we were in that doctor's office, we knew not to say a word. We sat there with our hands crossed and our feet crossed, and we were good little children the whole time we was in that doctor's office. We knew if we acted up so much as just a little bit, got our asses handed to us. But kids nowadays, no. They be throwing hissy fits in the middle of that would not have went down. That would not have went down. At all. Hold on to me. I got to do something for Frog, y'all. I got to do something for Frog. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug. I'm Mr. Frog. This is my show. I eat the bug.
I have to do that every time Frog walks in, and I forgot to do this earlier for Mr. Rubin when he walked in. I was supposed to do this.
Blah.
Okay, so I forgot to play with my soundboard, y'all. Yeah, I had to be 16 to put on makeup. Racing. My mom and daddy didn't allow me, and when I was 16, when I say makeup at 16, it couldn't be like a full face of what a grown woman wears. It was like lip gloss, eyeliner, mascara, You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Not like, full beat, all this shit, right? I mean, what would be considered acceptable for a young lady to wear as makeup when I was 16. I didn't get to go balls to the wall with makeup till I was 18 years old. You see what I'm saying? My parents had a rule. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to wear makeup till I was 16. I wasn't out here dressing like a hoochie mama. My mom and daddy would have made me go back in the house and change my clothes. You ain't wearing that out in public. But also my parents didn't buy me those clothes, right? I would have had to have bought them myself or got it from a friend or something like that. These nowadays, you can't even hardly find it. Like, go in a store. I want y'all to do this for me one good time. And look at what they sell for kids. Look at what they sell. Think about how the shorts have changed. The clothing has changed. They're overly sexualizing kids way too young in life. Got them in some booty shorts and some mini skirts when they little bitty babies. Babies. They didn't used to make clothes like that. A 13-year-old used to have a little purple shirt with a flower on it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't show hardly no skin, and you had skirts that went to your damn kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to go look at what they used to wear versus what they're selling now for kids. It's bullshit. And if you don't buy your kids a certain clothes, then they get made fun of and blah, 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 this. It's crazy how they're trying to make our kids grow up before they should. Hold on just a minute. I swear my mama is the only motherfucker that can set off that damn smoke alarm every time I turn around. Yeah, I had chores too, Miss Beth. Like, kids nowadays, their parents just throw a computer or a tablet at them and tell them, there she goes again. She sets it off to every time she opens the damn oven. And then it makes the dogs go crazy. But you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Like, go look in and think about what they used to sell for us versus what they sell nowadays. Think about how things used to be versus what they are nowadays. They're trying to make kids grow up entirely too fucking fast. You get what I'm saying? Entirely. Remember when kids used to be able to go do paper routes and get paid for it? The kid that would ride their little bicycle around the neighborhood and throw your paper out early in the morning. Kids don't even do that nowadays. Think about the shit that kids used to do. Like, kids used to go around and offer to cut your grass for such amount so that they can make some summer money, or, you know what I'm saying, to save up their money for something. You don't see that no more, really. Not much. Kids used to do lemonade stands. It's too dangerous for kids to be able to do that nowadays. That's the crazy part. It's too dangerous. It's crazy how the world has, some things have changed for the betterment and some things have went down the shitter. I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you something, Miss Catherine. And them kids can unlock them phones even if parents think they can't. Them kids be unlocking them phones and getting it. My son, when he was little, he grabbed a hold of my phone somehow one time. And he would call. He had a specific friend of mine. And it was a specific person. So he had to scroll down to get to their name and would call them and do baby talk with them. I'm like, first off, my first question was, how the fuck did he get the phone open? I had it locked first. Second, you just call that person every time? Nobody else, not the first name you see, not this. No, it's always that specific friend of mine. It was crazy. Yeah, babysitting jobs back when you was kids. You don't see that no more. You don't see that no more at all. 12-year-olds used to babysit for money. You don't see that at all. Like, think about some of the stuff, like the Babysitters Club books. Remember the Babysitters Club books? Even when you think about the media that we used to listen to when we was kids, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? So much has changed, and some of it in a good way, some of it in a bad way, right? The fact of people being not as bigoted, not as racist, not as evil has gotten better. But then the other part has lost a lot, right? So it's like we move and progress in one way and then lose in another. It's crazy to think about, right? Kids are losing their innocence entirely too young, in my opinion. It's just it. You know, a lot of us kids, we still did kid things as a kid. Hold on just a minute, y'all.
If you want to, don't.
Um, but yeah, when you sit there and think about the world and how it's changed, and some of it's for the better, some of it's for the worse, then you think about, you know, in the past, some of the things that I wish could be brought back, like community. You know, us having block parties and cookouts together, knowing who your neighbor is, helping out everybody. Hey, Mr. White Earp, how you doing this morning? It's just so many things have changed, and some of it for good, some of it for the betterment of society, and then a lot of things for the detriment, right? For the detriment of society, if you think about it. Um, like kids growing up way too fast. You know, technology in some ways is a good thing because you have the answers to every question at your fingertips. You know, one thing that the teachers always lied to us about, and I'm still on this one, they told us we wouldn't have a calculator in our pocket every day. They lied to us as kids. We have a calculator every day of our in our hands every day. But if you think about it, if these new kids had to dial an old rotary phone, if these new kids had to write in cursive to send Morse code or anything, they wouldn't know how to do it. They wouldn't know how to do it. They wouldn't survive. If they had to do some of the old school shit we had to do, they wouldn't be able to do it. You know, we could literally send each other messages and the kids wouldn't be able to read it. All we have to do is write in cursive. I'm just saying. They be thinking we wind talkers. You know what I'm saying? They be thinking we're doing some code like they used Navajo language and all that to do back in the day. They be swearing up and down we writing in code when we just writing in cursive letters. Wouldn't be able to read it. We could totally write each other secret letters and the kids wouldn't know how to read it. Yeah, they don't teach cursive anymore at all. At all. They totally stopped teaching cursive. There's a lot of things that we were taught as kids that they don't even teach no more. Oh man, pig Latin. Oh man, Mr. William, you bringing it back with the pig Latin. I remember the pig Latin. It'd been a minute since I spoke it though. I don't know if I'd be good at it. It Atten lay you know what I'm saying? Like you'd had to put the A and all this behind it and all that shit. Man, we could talk in pig Latin and swear up and down we was talking a whole nother language. It was just a made up language. It's kind of funny to think about in retrospect. We sit there. If you told a kid nowadays how to dial on a rotary phone, they would freak out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. They wouldn't be able to do it. I watched. I thought that was the funniest thing. I think they did it in a escape room or something. They put a an old rotary phone and they had to dial it correctly. Half the kids didn't even know how to do it. It was hilarious. I will say though, escape rooms are kind of cool if you like puzzles and stuff like that. Though that is something cool that's come out. I'm gonna say this: smartphones didn't come out for me until I was in my, I think I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, somewhere around 25 area, 25ish. When I was in high school, we had Nokias. We had the old school Nokias that you could slam against the wall and they still wouldn't break. You could run over them with your car and they still wouldn't break. Had the big brick battery. You had different faces you could change. On the antenna, we had little like things that you could put on it. We thought we was the shit with that little snake game. That was the first ever, if you didn't know, the first mobile game was called Snake. And we thought it was the shiznit. We thought we were awesome. And when you used to have to text, I bet y'all couldn't do the texting we used to do with a cutery board when you had to press the number 4 times to get to the one letter. Y'all didn't have to do that. We did. See, now y'all could just type in the little letters, no problem. We actually had to take and go 3. Like if I wrote out something in that, most of y'all young kids couldn't figure it out. Like if I put 2 3 times, 4 2 times, 2 once, 7 3 times, I literally could spell out my name. You know what I'm saying? And y'all wouldn't know what it meant. Y'all wouldn't know what it meant, a lot of y'all young kids. Because y'all don't know how to do them. Man, that used to be the hardest way to damn type, man. My friend was so fast at it, though. I swear to God, she was awesome at it. Oh, no, I'm going to tell you something, Frog. I believe in the future, they're going to have cell phones as eyeglasses. And they're going to end up having it to where, like, you have this little teeny tiny piece in your ear. And it does everything. I think technology is going to get to a point to where like you literally have like cell phones or, look at the Apple Watches now. It's going to get to a point that like you're going to have a little earbud and that's going to be your whole cell phone. That's going to be your whole cell phone. I don't know if I would actually get the chip installed, but I believe that will become a thing. Something similar to that. Something similar to that will be a thing. Technology is already going crazy. Think about AI and where it's came from and what it's doing now. People can make a whole AI of you as if it's really you, and it's not. Think about how many fake celebrity orns are out there with AI. And even the real person. You get what I mean? Think about this shit. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you something, Frog. Do you know how many times they've said they were going to microchip us and do this and do that and blah, blah, blah? Let me tell you something. They don't have to do that. First off, the government knows where you at all times of day anyway because of your cell phone and your internet. They don't have to do all that shit. They already know. Third off, you already have what they call a social security number, so it tracks you. They've been tracking us since the day we were born. They ain't got to do all that mess that people think they do. They can tell where you at, just where your cell phone's at. That's what I'm saying. They ain't got to do. People be like, oh, they gonna give you microchips so they could trace you. Bitch, they already know where you at. Now to upgrade subscription. But I do believe eventually there will be a thing that'll be an earpiece instead of like an Apple iPhone watch. It's going to be an earpiece that'll dial numbers for you and shit like that, like a miniature phone. Oh yeah, I remember those old school phones that they used to be in backpacks and used to hook them up to the thing. Mm-hmm. That would be a retrospect. What if people stopped using phones, right? But I don't think that's going to be a thing if you really think about it, because phones, people are attached to their phones. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people are ever going to completely do away with that situation, but it would be a thought process. Like, what if you just disengage? But I don't think anybody could technically do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people nowadays are glued to some form of technology, whether it be video games, whether it be cell phones, laptops, tablets, something. Because think about one good thing about the World Wide Web, and this is a real good thing about the World Wide Web, right? Is that all information is at the tips of our fingers, right? So if you have a question or you have a thought process and you want to learn about something, you could quite literally Google it and do all the research right there on your computer. Where back in the day, you had to go to the library, you had to look at reference numbers, you had to find reference books, you had to do all this stuff just to get the information you needed, right? Nowadays, it's so simple. You can just Google it. Now, I will say some people jailbreak phones, they jailbreak Fire Sticks, they jailbreak a lot of different things and get shit, opened up and stuff. Oh my God, Frog! For some reason, it reminds me of that movie I just watched. Have y'all seen that new movie about the robotic? What was the name of that damn movie? It was just a horror movie I just watched the other day. I forgot the name of it. Frog, that would be crazy if that was the case, right? Think about Stepford Wives and shit. Think about, like, that could be a thing where people get robots as partners, for the people who are extremely lonely in life and all that shit. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Like, to think about how things have come to fruition when it comes to technology and where technology is headed. We already have cars that can drive themselves, right? And, when we were kids, we never thought we'd see something like that, but it's already there. Of course, they're not perfect by no stretch of the imagination yet. You still have to pay attention and could possibly have to brake or do something. There's still malfunctions with those cars. But think about when we were young, we never thought that would be a thing, a self-driving car. So, and they have self-driving backup where people can parallel park without having to parallel park. Think about this shit. That was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Backup cameras, all this other shit. That was unheard of. You had to do it the old school way. You know what I mean? So in some ways, technology is amazing, right? And it's got its benefits. And then other ways, just like everything, there's always good and bad to every single thing. Then the bad part is we're getting lazy. We're forgetting things. Like, here's the thing. When we were younger, how many of us had numbers memorized? You had your parents' number, your school number, your aunt, your uncle. You had numbers memorized. Nowadays, most people can't even remember their own phone number or their, somebody else's phone number unless they have to put it on paperwork all the time. Other than that, you forget those things. Yeah, I will say this, Frog. Did you know they come up with a car that's totally run on water? But mysteriously, the guy who made it and anybody who's tried to come out with it since have all disappeared. I think big oil companies don't want the fact that we could actually have hydro functioning, you know what I'm saying? Like hydro functioning cars and motors. That is a free energy, and I don't think they want us to touch that. Think about that shit. Hydro, was a thing way back, and you can look up the guy's name, the original guy who actually made a hydro car, a car that runs off water. But every person who's tried to either A, touch that, B, redo something about it, every single one of them have gone missing. Look up Audrey Cruz. Okay. Neuralink, the first woman to write with a mind. Oh, shit. That's crazy. She was the first woman to, Audrey Cruz is the first woman. She was paralyzed. Woman controls computer with her mind. It's a Neuralink breakthrough. So far, it says helps paralyzed woman write her name. Like, truly think about technology, and in some ways it's very helpful to us, right? And in other ways it's a hindrance if we think about it, right? But where it's headed in the future, to really think about that. Now, the one thing I don't think they'll be able to do, and I don't think it'll ever fully come to fruition, is to be able to take your consciousness and put it in a robot body. There's a reason why. I'm going to say this. Your consciousness is connected to your brain and your things that you've went through in your lifetime. If in case they try to transfer your memories and things like this, it's never going to be exact. So they could, even like when I say when they try to clone you, they can clone a person to look like you, but that person's not going to have your memories. They're not going to be your exact mannerisms and different things, because it's going to be extremely hard to get the full consciousness, if that makes sense. Because every single thing that has happened to you from the time you were born until whatever age you are now has shaped you into the human being that you are. There is no possible way that anything could remember even memories you can't remember, right? Because think about it, a lot of us, we lose memories over time, right? Like certain memories from when we were real little, we lose some of those memories because our brain can only store so much information at one time. So there's no way that it's going to be able to completely copy you, because it won't be exactly like you. It's just like the thing of two identical twins can look exactly the same, but they're both different in their personalities and different things because of their life experiences. So even if they could clone you, they're not going to be able to clone your consciousness, because that clone's not going to have went through the things that you went through your lifetime. And there's no way they could copy every single memory from your lifetime. Now, they might be able to get very close, but not exact, if that makes sense. Like, you could write a book telling memories, and even you yourself are going to mess up telling the memories, right? You're going to have little bits and pieces you can't remember. So that's why there's going to be gaps in the memory, and it's not going to be exactly the same. I believe they could fake emotions in some way. They can fake feelings, but it's not going to be exact, right? And just like I don't think they could ever take your complete consciousness and put it into a robot, because, like I said, there's going to be memory gaps. Even if you wrote the code yourself, like you put all your memories into a robot or into a thing, like this, because here's the thing, who knows you better than you know yourself, right? But even you yourself are going to try to leave out some memories, but those memories could be crucial, right? Like, you're going to try to leave out the bad stuff. Everybody tries to leave out the bad stuff, but the bad stuff is what made you who you are too. You're going to try to leave out the shit you regret, but that shit you regret is the stuff that made you too, right? Or things you can't quite remember. But each bit of that shaped you into the human that you are. So therefore, if you leave out just one fraction of what you went through your lifetime, it's not fully you. Think about it like that. Or some of the memories that you've since forgotten and all that. Hold on just a minute, y'all. But you see what I'm saying? Yep, the Tower of Babel. I know that story, Mr. William. In the Tower of Babel, they tried to build a tower to reach God, to be as high as God. And that's when he told them they would all have different languages and wouldn't be able to communicate. And that's what the Tower of Babel is. And if you think about it retrospectively, that's where our different languages came from. Like, if you, yeah, that's why I'm saying they'll never be able to fully extract all your memories, even if you wrote the code yourself, because you forget certain memories, but those certain memories did shape you to who you are. So even if you tried to be the one to do it, it's still not going to be perfect because you're going to leave out shit. And every bit of that code has to be exact, or it won't be exactly you. And that's the crazy part. That's why consciousness will never be able to be fully transferred to no one else or nothing else, because it has to have the exacts, exactly the same. It has to be exact same thing. Every memory has to be exactly intact in order for it to be a full consciousness switched over. That'll never be able to happen. Not fully. Maybe partially, but not fully. You get what I'm saying? But that's the thought process to think about. How much our consciousness and the things we've been through during our lifetime have shaped us into the human we are. That's why I say don't regret anything in your life, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, because every experience that you've had over your lifetime has made you you. There will never be another Frog in this universe. There will never be another Mr. William. There will never be another Miss Beth. Why? Because no matter if a person looks exactly like you and could be a complete copy, they didn't go through the shit you went through in your lifetime to make you who you are. So you're already unique and amazing just the way you are. Because there will never be another you in this universe. Think about it like that. There will never be another you in this universe because they'll never go through what you have been through in your lifetime. They will never be exactly like you. They may look like you, but they're not going to be you. Because every one of us have a different consciousness. Every one of us have been through different experiences that made us who we are. Now, we may share similarities, but not exacts, right? Not exactly the same. There's a difference between similarities and exacts. Nobody will go exactly what you went through during your entire lifetime to be exactly like you. So there's only one you in this universe. Unless you believe in time theory and that there's multiple universes with multiple yous and multiple different things. But even if you did believe in that, each one of those copies of yourself would all still be different because they all made different choices. They all lived differently. So even if you found another you in another time loop, that other you still wouldn't be you. It'd still be a different version of you. Think about it like that. Even in different time loops, if there was a such thing as that, the other you still wouldn't be you because their experiences would still be different. Think about that crazy shit. There will never be another you in this universe. Yeah, Miss Beth, I would love to hear that one day whenever you're free and you want to talk about it, because I'm going to tell you something. I had that at 20 years old, and it changed my perspective on life. It changed my perspective on how short our time here on earth is. And it changed my perspective on a lot of things, not to be so hateful, not to be, a certain things, because I realized life is so short and can be gone in the blink of an eye, right? In a blink of an eye. And I'm going to tell you, like, knowing when your time is up is also like I'm living now, and I have beat that area and came back from it. And I'm gonna say this: I don't take shit for granted because of it. I don't take shit for granted. I don't take the people in my life for granted, my friends, the people I care about for granted, because I know how fragile life is. When you realize how fragile you are and you're not invincible, it hits a little different. You know what I mean? I'm going to say this right now. I think God gave us animals to show us what true love is. And I think God gave us our children to show us what true love is. Because I am telling you, I have never felt unconditional love until I had my child and I looked in his face for the first time. The bond that was there and the unconditional love, I cannot explain it. I will never love another human being like I love my child. I will never love another like I love animals. I will never love another human like I love animals. Animals never hurt you. Think about it in retrospect. The only way animals hurt somebody is if they've been taught bad. Other than that, animals don't do that. They love you unconditionally. No matter what you do to them, no matter how you treat them, they love you. I think they're here to teach. I'm going to tell you something, Miss Beth. I think one of the reasons why I'm still on this earth is God set me for a better purpose and to try to help others as much as I can as a human being. God kept me here for a reason. I'm not supposed to be here. I was in complete liver failure. I'm not supposed to be here. My son wasn't supposed to make it. Neither of us is supposed to be here. And I think God does that sometimes with certain people because you're meant to be here for a reason. And I think, you know that song, I don't know if you've ever heard that old song by, I think it was Alabama that did it. It's Angels Among Us. The song is called Angels Among Us. If you ain't heard that song, you should totally listen to it. I believe there are angels among us, sent down to us from somewhere up above. They come to you and me in our darkest hours to show us how to give, to teach us how to live, to guide us with the light of love. And that's what I think. And my husband just said dogs. Hold on, give me just a second. But yeah, I think they do. I think here's my thought process, Miss Beth. I think when we go to heaven, our animals are there to greet us. And I think they'll be there. Each one of them will be there to greet you. Now, I will say that I don't know if they'll stay in my personal heaven because I think each person gets their own personal heaven. And I think we can visit each other's heavens. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I think our animals are there to greet us when we go up. And I do believe like we could have like community heavens, if that makes sense. And I don't know. I didn't get to see mine, but that's what I believe. And I will tell you, I know that my brother watches over me every day. My brother that passed away, my grandfather, I know they're here with me, and I know they're my personal guardian angels. That's why when I tell people, I'll say, um, when I lose a loved one, I always think to myself, I'll see you again one day. If you make it to where I'm going to make it, I know where I'm going. because I have a strong faith and strong believing. Now, if God decides different, that's on, that's his choice. I can't, he's God. But that's why I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of those I lose behind. I'm going to be hurt for those that I leave behind. But I'm not afraid of dying because I know where I'm going. I know when I get where I'm going, don't cry for me down here. So much pain and so much anger. I love that song. I love the song by it's Brad Paisley and Dolly Parton, When I Get Where I'm Going. I love that song. Yep, I've always been taught that, Miss Beth, that cry when someone's born, but rejoice when they pass because they're going on to glory. I've always been told that. I've always been told that. That was a teaching that we were taught when we were little. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you this, every person believes different, and I don't knock other people for their beliefs, and I let people come to God in their own time if they so choose to, because that's their right to. God gave us something called free will, and I can't tell anybody else what to believe or how to believe. I can show them Christ's love, right, through me. And Christ loves everybody. You pray more for the sinner than you do the saint. The saint don't need your prayers. You love, and you love wholly. You know what I'm saying? And it shows that God is not hateful. He don't hate you. He isn't putting things on you. That's not his intent. I'm going to say that, Miss Beth, I'm going to say I believe. You know what I'm saying? I've heard too many things. When my son was little, he explained to a T what his grandparents looked like, and he never met them. But he saw them. They came to him. The day his great-grandmother died, she came to him, and I didn't even know she was dying until they called me after she died, and he told me she was standing in that doorway and explained exactly what she looked like. He had never met this woman. Never met her. Never met her in his life. He met her, but he wasn't alive yet. Well, he was alive. He was in my belly. Last time I saw her, I was pregnant with him. But, he didn't get to physically meet her himself. He never laid eyes on her. I'm going to say this. Should nobody mock you, Miss Beth? Nobody. That is true, Mr. William. I've heard that too. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Dying is not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that. It's hurtful. It's painful. It's not nice. But if in case you ever get put in that position, think about it like this in retrospect, right? It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. It's not going to be pretty. But think about the light at the end of the rainbow. See, that's what I think. I already know it's not going to be nice. I already know it's going to be ugly. I already know it's going to hurt, right? I already know all that shit. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm not going to like it. Nobody said I had to like it, right? But I'm not afraid. I'm going to say this. I believe that God came to you to teach you something, to smack you upside the head. Sometimes I believe he does that. Because I'm going to tell you something, Miss Beth. When I was 14, I wanted to unalive myself. And I literally got a video in my head of what my funeral would look like and what it would do to those I love. I saw how during the funeral my parents fell apart, and after the funeral their life fell apart. And he showed me what my actions would cause and what it would do to those I love. And that was when I decided not to do that, because I love them so much that I wasn't going to do that to them. But he showed me, as sure as I'm sitting here, what would have happened if I had done that. I saw it running through my brain just like a video. The truth. You get what I'm saying? And what really would have happened. He showed me everything. He showed me the day, my funeral. He showed me people at my casket. He showed me what would happen to them after the fact, how they would become shells of themselves. And I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I believe he does that, Miss Beth. And here's the thing. He may have done that because you're here for a greater purpose. You're here for a greater purpose. He showed you he was real, right? And he proved it to you, right? Because he knew that you were meant for bigger and better things. He knew that your story could help somebody else. I believe he does that sometimes. Because I think some of us are meant for something else in life, and we don't know what it is. He don't necessarily tell you exactly what it is, right? But I think some of us are saved for that reason, and that miracles happen because I wasn't supposed to be here. My son wasn't supposed to be here. That's true, Rayson. Your time here was not done. Life is our test. Life is our test if you really think about it. It's our test to see how we are and how we're supposed to do. And I think some of us are here to reach one, teach one. Some of us here are to show through us what Christ's love is, and to show what God's love is. God's love is unconditional. He may be disappointed in your actions, just like every parent is, but he loves you no matter what. And you can come back to him at any time that you choose to and ask for forgiveness, and he's going to be there with open arms. Because just like we love our children unconditionally, he loves us that way. And he'll be there with open arms. All you got to do is ask and you shall receive. That's as simple as it is. People try to make it so complicated, but it's so simple. And you ain't got to be perfect, because I'm going to tell you something. God understands we're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to fall. We're only human, right? We're only human. We're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect. You're never going to live up to a perfect perception, right? But it's all on how try to be the best human that you can be to other people. Try to be as loving as you can possibly be. And we gonna make mistakes. And sometimes God gonna shake his head at us. And sometimes we're gonna need to apologize for our actions because we was being bad little children. Just like when we were little, right? We had to apologize when we did wrong. That's the same thing that forgiveness is for. That's apologizing when you wrong and trying to make amends and being a better person. And don't do that action again. It's the same thing. When you boil it down to the bare bones, the Bible is just telling you to be a good human being to other people. God was the only perfect one. That is true. Nobody else is perfect. We ain't perfect, and we're going to make mistakes. That's okay. God knows our hearts better than we do. He knows your mind. He knows who you are. Even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. But you know what? I'm going to get off here. I want to thank you all today. Miss Beth, I want to thank you for sharing your story. You know what I'm saying? And maybe, people hearing what you've been through, it will make them understand. Miss Beth, have you ever thought about writing a book? Just a thought. Have you ever thought about writing all this down in a book? Because, literature lives on even after we pass away, right? I think you should write a book. Me personally, I think you should write a book. And I think your experience might help others. I'm just saying, um, I think that you should write all the information that you know in a book because even after, oh, 3 books are written. Well, shit, you need to send me the link to that, Miss Beth, so I can order them because I'd love to read them, Miss Beth. You know what I'm saying? Or have they not been published yet? Because, child, if they ain't been published yet, we'll figure out a way to get them on Amazon. We will figure out a way. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, Frog, what made me really truly believe, and that's seeing the truth. When my brother passed away, the smile that was on his face, I cannot explain it to anyone else, but the beautiful smile that was on his face. I have to believe. And he has showed me multiple times in life that I have to believe. Now, every person isn't comes to things in their own time, and I'm never going to tell anyone what to believe in their life, and I'm gonna let everybody come to it in their own time, right? Because I believe it makes it more personal and real when you do it in your own time, and not because somebody told you to. You get what I'm saying? Not because somebody told you to. Not because it was pushed on you, not because you were made to do it, but because you wanted to do it. There's a difference. I know, Miss Beth, I really want to read them. That's true, Miss Beth. If you could save one soul, one lost soul, being made fun of is worth it all. That's the way I believe. If I could help one person, just one. You know what I'm saying? If I can make one, why do y'all think I come on here? Sometimes I be stupid as hell. I be doing the dumbest shit you ever thought of. Why? Because if I can make one person smile that day, I did my job as a good human being. If I can make one person crack up and laugh that day and change their thought process on how their day went and make them smile, my job is done for that day. I just want to make one person smile. And if I make more than one, hey, that's a bonus. If I could just make one person smile and one person feel love, that's all that I would like to do in this world. Now, sometimes I'm a messy little bitch, and I admit it, and Jesus knows. He be knowing I be messy. He be knowing. I don't know who the hell's outside right now. My neighbor come and finally got her dog. She's been over here for 2 days. That's what it is. Hey, Arky. You don't have to go to church to love God. Where 2 or more are gathered in my name, there I am. In fact, there's a lot of secular churches I won't go to it, and I'll explain to you why. I refuse to go to a blasphemous church. I refuse to go to a place that makes me feel like I'm going against God. I refuse to go worship false prophets because there are many. And some people actually, literally, some people worship their pastor as if he is God. No, please do not do that. Don't put nothing above God. Nobody, no human on this earth is better than God. Okay, please don't do that. Do not worship false prophets because there are many. That's true, Frog. There are still people that will doubt, and that is their right to, right? God gave everybody what we call freedom, and they have free will, and it is their choice to believe and choose what they want. He gave us all a freedom to choose and to do as we please on this earth, whether you believe or don't believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe our beautiful animals were sent to us, and I believe that they are here to guide us and to love us and for us to love them. And if you think about a human being who loves an animal and is good to animals, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that also show you that a person has a good heart on how they treat an animal? See, that's the thing. I think God changes us all in our own ways. Miss Beth, I don't believe I would be the person today that I am if I didn't have those experiences. If I didn't want to unalive myself at 14 and go through that, if I didn't almost die at 20, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that I would be the person I am today. Hey, Dr. Creole girl, we having a Jesus talk. You know, if y'all didn't know, Miss Beth, you should really talk to Dr. Creole. Dr. Creole is a prophetess. And you know, where you literally had your experience with God, y'all could really talk about that in some retrospect because Dr. Creole, that's her thing, if you didn't know. You was heartless, snooty, and cruel until you met God. See, that's the thing. He changes us. And sometimes we need a good slap upside the head. You know what I'm saying? We need a good slap upside the head to change who we going to be. Faith. All you need is the faith of a mustard seed. One of my favorite songs is by, let me show y'all one of my favorite songs. Even if I have to cut this out of the live stream, I know I may have to, because yeah, I already have to cut the other one out. So shoot, might as well do another, right? If I can find it, it's by Lee Ann Womack, and it's the song is called Psalm. What's the name of the Psalms? It's not the 23rd Psalm. It's Psalm 151. I want y'all to hear this song. I sung this song for my high school thing, and I love this song. And I'm gonna play it, even if I have to cut it out of the stream in a minute. I don't care. I want y'all to hear this song. It means a lot to me. This song means a lot to me. I absolutely love that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely love that song because think about it. There's a mustard seed of faith in this room, and that's all it takes is one little seed of faith to help you grow. You know what I'm saying? One little seed. That's all it takes. It don't take a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a whole lot for you to believe, and it don't take a whole lot. Just one little seedling of hope, one little seedling of truth, and that's all it takes. Hold on just a minute, y'all. I gotta mute up and find something. But yeah, absolutely. Hey, Pain Like Bane. I absolutely love that song. Um, that song means a lot to me. Uh, when I was young, I used to, you know, um, when I sang that song, it was true to me, if that makes sense. Like it meant everything to me. Because there's a whole lot of demons in this room. They want it all and they don't want to share. There's a whole lot of demons in this room. And none of them believe in fighting fair. Some sit on my left, some sit on my right. They talk so loud, it's hard to disagree. There's a whole lot of demons in this room, and there's no one here but me. The part that hits me is, and I can't quite remember how to pray anymore. And I can't quite remember what to say anymore. If it turns out that I can't have my way anymore, how will I know which way to turn when I walk out the door? There's a molecule of faith in this room, what they used to call a mustard seed. That's the part that gets me on that song every single time. Was they used to call it a mustard seed, and it's actually in the Bible that all you need is a mustard seed of faith, right? And I love that song. I also cannot wait to read your books, Miss Beth. I really can't wait because to me, um, oh, your real name is Demon. Okay, I got you there, Pain Like Bane. I got you. I feel you. also think I'm gonna tell you this. I want to order Creole. I need you, Boo, to send me the links to your books because I want to buy them. Miss Creole has books too. I don't think she shares them much on here too much, but it tells her story. And Miss Creole's been through a lot, a lot. And I think one day it'd be cool, Miss Beth, if you and Miss Creole had a conversation because I feel a lot of energy of y'all having very similar energy, if that makes sense. And I just think that like y'all can bounce each off of each other with stories and stuff and things. And I think y'all have a lot in common more than you know. You know what I'm saying? And just in my heart, something's telling me to tell y'all that. You know, when the good Lord reaches me to say something, I got to do it. I truly believe that one day we need to have a storytelling here. And I think I would love to have Miss Beth and Miss Creole up here for y'all to reach one, teach one with y'all stories because I think that you could help people. I think both of y'all stories together would be very powerful. And I truly think y'all need to, you know, like I just have this feeling y'all need to talk. I have a feeling that y'all need to, you know what I'm saying? Come together on a stream or something. Miss Creole does her streams too on her channel, and she talks a lot of the different topics. And I just have a feeling that y'all need to come together in my heart. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, Mr. Payne like Bane. Let me go up here to Dr. Creole. I'm gonna drop her channel. Um, I think a conversation between y'all would be electric. I'm just saying. I'm gonna drop Creole's link to her channel, and she talks about a lot of different things. She's a herbalist. You know, she is very heavily in the church, just like our church lady. Which church lady, where you at, girl? I've been worried about you. You can't be doing all that and disappearing and shit. But this right here is Creole's link if you want to subscribe to her channel. I believe y'all could have really deep, good. I just have a feeling about that, you know. Sometimes when Jesus tells me to do something, child, and the spirit moves me, I gotta do what the spirit tells me to do, child. I'm still trying to find. I done lost my damn remote. I can't find the damn thing. I don't know where the hell it's at. I'm always losing it. I'm always losing that damn remote. Always. I don't know where that motherfucker at right now. I don't know why I'm always losing that damn remote. Okay, I found it. It was literally like it had fallen sideways. It had fallen a little sideways. I was trying to mute my TV because the Fallout's on and the music's playing, and I don't want to get nothing for the music playing in the background. But Creole's good people. Just the other day, she did a toast challenge, and we just had fun and just read my book. And y'all seen Mixology in here. They were on there cooking and child, everything looked so good. I was so hungry. But she does all different kind of content. She talks about her herbalism. She talks about her spiritual journey. She talks about, you know, things that she's been through in her lifetime. And it's just real conversations. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes she'll talk about, like, you know, what's going on, like, you know, with the Diddy situation just happening and different things. So you never know what you're going to get, you know. You never know what you're going to learn either. But I had to show y'all that song. It's called Stubborn. I'm going to share the link to it for y'all who like that song. It's called Stubborn by Leanne Womack. It's Psalms 151. I absolutely love that song with all my heart. And I sung it when I was in 12th grade for my talent show. When you get moved, you're going to be doing a cooking YouTube channel. That's cool. I love cooking, Miss Beth. I love cooking. Are you going to do it on the channel you're on right now or create a new channel? Because some people create a new channel, some people don't. There's a reason I asked that. Because we can go ahead and start getting your subscriber count up now. You know what I'm saying? Before you even start. And Creole's actually having a cooking challenge coming up sometime in December. It's going to be a dang, Creole, you still here, boo? What's the name of that damn thing? Oh crap, JB, anybody? I can't remember the name of the challenge. I know what it is, but it's right there on the tip of my tongue. Oh, you're gonna create a new channel? Okay. I can't. When you create it, let me know. Hand me the link, and we'll share it out or whatnot. But it's dang it, like making different things into I'm trying to think of the words right on the tip. I hate when that happens when it's on the tip of my tongue. Egg roll. It's an egg roll challenge, but it's going to be different kinds of egg rolls. So it ain't going to just be like a veggie and chicken egg roll. They're going to do different kinds and stuff like that. So being very creative and doing different things. I would literally pay attention to when she puts out that flyer. She just did the loaded toast challenge. And if you have a chance, you can go back and you can rewatch the loaded toast challenge. It's on her channel. Under her lives, you'll see a thing called Toast Challenge. And you can go back watch it. It was from 3 days ago. And y'all could go back and watch it and see how yummy the food looks. I jumped up on the link too while I was there. But child, they made me so hungry. They did. It looked so good, their loaded toast challenge. But Mixology that you see in here, she did like 3 different kind of toast, and it was good. It was making calzones. You making me hungry, Racing. I got to go eat in a minute. I ain't ate yet. But yeah, so I want pizza too, Frog. I want some good pizza. I made pizza yesterday. I made frozen pizzas, but I made the brick oven pizzas yesterday. But I just want some it's the egg roll challenge. Thank you, Miss Catherine. But it's not just gonna be regular egg rolls. It's gonna be like, you know how to cook the spiced Mississippi collard greens. Oh snap, Miss Beth. See, Miss Beth, every time you talk about your food, you be making me hungry. That's why I'd love for you to do a cooking channel, because you always be making everybody hungry when you talk about what you be eating and what you be cooking. Yeah, you want pizza now because somebody mentioned a calzone. I'm gonna tell you what, when I was pregnant, I craved the crap out of pizza. Everybody's like, well, what was your weirdest craving during pregnancy? Mine was pizza. I wanted to take pizza and eat it every second of the day. I craved pizza so bad that I wanted to blend it up and drink it. That's how bad I craved it. It was a crazy craving. Oh, it ain't Leanne Rhymes, Miss Catherine. Her name is Leanne Womack. Leanne Womack is her name. But the name of the song is called Stubborn. But no, I think she did make up that, but it does say over here when I look it up, it says not in the Bible. Psalm 151 is not in the Bible, while it is included in a couple of versions of the Bible, such as the one used by the Greek Orthodox Church. The source for the psalm is not the Hebrew text. Instead, it's from a Greek collection of works translated and collected between the 3rd and 1st centuries of the BC. Psalm 515 is a short psalm concerning the story of David and Goliath, found in most copies of the Septuagint. I think that's how you say it. It's Septuagint, but not in the Masoretic text of the Hebrew Bible. The title given to the psalm is ascribed to David. The title of the psalm states that it is written by David after his battle with Goliath. The psalm assumes familiarity with other biblical passages from which it draws phraseology. It is preserved in the Latin, Hebrew, Greek, and some manuscripts of the Cyrenaic Pesathia. For many years, scholars believe that the Psalm 515 was originally composed in Greek based on the view that there is no evidence that Psalm 151 ever existed in Hebrew. However, Psalm 515 appears along with several chronological and non-chronological psalms in the scroll known as the Great Psalm Scroll, or 11Q5, a scroll dating from the 1st century that was discovered in 1956. The Idiotha Principus of the manuscript was first published in 1963 by James A. Sanders. This scroll contained 2 short Hebrew psalms, which scholars now agree served as the basis for Psalm 515. A Hebrew psalm known as 515a provides the source material for verses 1 through 5 of the Greek Psalm 151, while the remaining verses are derived from another Hebrew psalm known as Psalm 151b, which is only particularly preserved. The composer of the Greek psalm apparently brought the 2 Hebrew psalms together in a manner that significantly changes their meaning and structure, but the influence of the Hebrew originals is still readily apparent, where parts of the Greek version sometimes seem to make little sense or are ambiguous. The Hebrew text sheds light on the intended message or meaning. In comparison to the Hebrew text, Sanders regards the Greek text of this psalm to be in places desiccated, meaningless, truancated, absurd, jumbled, and disappointingly different, all as a result of it having been made from a truncated amalgamation of the 2 Hebrew psalms. On details of translation, structure, and meaning of this psalm, see who the works of Shkin, Brownlee, Carmagnac, John Strugel, Rabin Outsuit, DuPont Sommer, and Flint. So, supposedly there is, but it's not in the Bible as we know it. That's just some of it. Yep. Yeah, we were talking to you, Creole girl. Yeah, there was a Psalm 515, but it was not included in the Bible as we know it. But supposedly it was also not like it was like the story of David and Goliath, kind of sort of. But the way I took it when I heard that song, it was like her version of singing a psalm, if that makes sense. Because if you think about Psalms, what is Psalms? Psalms is a collection of songs. That's what Psalms is. The book of Psalms is literally a collection of songs. If you look up the word psalm and what it means, right? That's pretty much what it is, a book of song. It's basically Hebrew religious hymns, Jewish and Western Christian traditions. Though there are 150 psalms, several more in Eastern Christian churches, the book is divided into 5 sections, which ending with a doxology, a hymn of praises. There are several types of psalms, including hymns or songs of praises, communal and individual laments, royal psalms, imprecation, and individual thanksgiving. The book also includes psalms of communal thanksgiving, wisdom, primage, and other categories. Many of the psalms contain attributes to the name of King David and other biblical figures, including Asaph, the sons of Korah, Moses, and Solomon. That's basically what the book of Psalms is. It's a book of songs. I might have to look that up, Frog. I might have to look that up. Let me copy that right quick and do a little Google search so that I can actually look that up. It's called Rich in Blood by. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. You know I like to look stuff up. You know me. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty, Frog. Let me share this out for those who might want to listen to this SoundCloud song. It's really pretty. So I'm going to share the sound right quick. That's literally the song that Frog was talking about in chat. So if y'all want to, click on it and whatnot, listen to it or save it or, listen to it another time, y'all have the link to it. We make cornbread fritters down here. We make cornbread itself. Obviously, we do have like many different versions of cornbread. Me, myself, and I like my crunchy, crispity, savory cornbread. I do not like sweet cornbread. I am not huge on that. We make spicy cornbread. We make stuffed cornbread. You can make it, of course. Then you got it when it turns into hush puppies, which is also still cornbread with just stuff in it. And you get all different versions of it, all different kinds. People put different stuff in it. You got cheesy cornbread. You got all different kinds, right? But me, myself, and I like just the old good thing of crunchy cornbread. I love crunchy cornbread. And I love me some cornbread fritters, even though I ain't supposed to have them because they could be too greasy. But I love them. Frog said that is the song. That is her favorite worship song. And whatnot. It's hauntingly beautiful. That is hauntingly beautiful, Frog. Like, you ever heard music that's just hauntingly beautiful? That's the way I could explain it to somebody. Like, that's the descriptive words that I would use. It's just hauntingly beautiful. It just sounds like ethereal and shit. That's what that reminds me of, Frog. It really does. Show of hands, how many people want to hear the song that Frog you put a one in the chat if you want to hear the song that Frog wants y'all to listen to, and I'll play it for y'all because I already got to do a lot of editing to this video anyway, so it don't matter. I may not get monetized for this, so if you hit the membership button, super chat, all that helps out. Hit the cash out because I may not get no ad revenue for this video. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play this video, this sound that our beautiful frog has bestowed upon us. Has bestowed upon us, y'all. We got bestowed this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share it. I'm gonna share screen.
The hearts of men, they can't contain their wonder toward you. The eyes of heaven, they are ever fixed upon you. The hearts of men, they can't contain their wonder toward you. The eyes of heaven, they are ever fixed upon you. Jesus, you stand alone. Jesus, you stand alone. In the hearts of men, in the eyes of heaven. The hearts of men, they can't contain their wonder toward you. The eyes of heaven, they are ever fixed upon you. The hearts of men, they can't contain their wonder toward you. The eyes of heaven, they are ever fixed upon you. Jesus, you stand alone. Jesus, you stand alone. In the hearts of men, in the eyes of heaven. Jesus, you stand alone. Jesus, you stand alone. In the hearts of men, in the eyes of heaven. For who else laid down his life, and who else gave such a sacrifice? Who else brought many sons to glory? Who else laid down his life, and who else gave such a sacrifice? Who else brought many sons to glory? There's no one like you found, worthy, found, rich in blood. No one like you found, worthy, found, slain in love. No one like you found, worthy, found, rich in blood. No one like you found, worthy, found, slain in love. There's no one like you found, worthy, found, rich in blood. There's no one like you found, worthy, found, slain in love. There's no one like you found, worthy, found, rich in blood. No one like you found, worthy, found, slain in love. Oh, oh. There's no one like you found, worthy, found, rich in blood. No one like you found, worthy, found, slain in love.
That is an apple. That is new Fireball Blazing Apple. The original taste of fire.
I already got it queued up, Miss Beth, and I love CeCe Williams. I hope they don't get me for this one because you know how CeCe be. But I'm still gonna play it regardless. And we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to go back through and edit this video, but it's cool. Let's listen to some music, y'all. Let's have us a worship moment. That lady gives me cold chills. I swear to God, every time I hear CeCe Winans sing, I get the cold chills. I get the chills running up and down my spine. I swear to God, it's her. And if you ain't never heard of, she's an old school singer. She's if you ever hear the song, it comes from a movie. It's my favorite song actually of all time when it comes to Trouble of the World by Mahalia Jackson. If you ain't never heard Trouble of this world, oh my trouble in this world, Lord, I soon now will be done. My trouble in this world. If you ain't never heard Mahalia Jackson sing, here's the thing about Mahalia Jackson. She sung every one of her songs. If you listen to it live and you listen to it, every one of them different. So even if it was the same song, same lyrics, each version of it sounded different. She let the Spirit lead her. You know what I'm saying? She let the Spirit lead her when she sang. So no matter how many times you may have heard Trouble of the World live, they all sounded different. Because she let the Spirit lead her. She let her piano player lead how it was going to be played. You get what I'm saying? So I love the story of her and who she was as a person. You know what I'm saying? I love the story of Mahalia Jackson. If you haven't looked her up, look her up. There's a movie that she sung the song in, and that movie is very powerful. If you have not seen it, what was the name of that movie? I gotta find what was the name of the movie it was in. It's one of my mama's favorite movies. Imitation of Life. If you've never watched the movie Imitation of a Life, just look up that movie, Imitation of Life. Very powerful movie. And when she sings that song in that movie, you will get cold chills running up your spine. I swear to God, it's. I'm gonna play it for y'all, even though I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this one. Um, but it's okay. I don't care. Jesus told me to do this, so soon I will be done. Y'all got to hear this one. Y'all got to hear. I'm telling you, you ain't seen nothing until you heard this song. I'm just telling you. Oh, I got to share it. I got to share it. The Spirit moved me to share this song.
Soon I will be done. Trouble of the world, trouble of the world, trouble, Lord, of the world. Out sooner will be done. Trouble, Lord, of the world. I'm going to humbly with God. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. No more weeping and wailing. I'm going home to live with my Lord. Lord, sooner will be done. My trouble of this world, oh, my trouble in this world, love and trouble in this world, Lord, how sooner will be done to trouble of this world. I'm going home. To live with my Lord.
That lady was divinely blessed. I don't mean just a little bit. I mean a lot. Every time I hear her sing, it don't matter what I'm listening to, from what time period, if it's alive, if she doing thing, she gives me the chills. This woman was divinely blessed. I'm gonna tell you that, divinely. Woo! You want the link to it? All right, hold on. I'll share it to you. Hold on. Let me get this link for you right quick. That woman right there. Oh, that woman right there was divinely blessed by Jesus himself. And I'm just saying, oh my God, I love her voice. I love her voice. I love that movie. If you get a chance to watch it, that movie is very powerful. It's called Imitation of Life. Now, there's a black and white version and there's a color version. And it came out in 1959. Beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. Mahalia Jackson, I love that they got her in it, because I'm going to tell you something, that part will make tears come to you. The girl come running to her mom and said, I'm sorry, mama, I'm sorry. Because she sat there and she always tried to push her mom away because she passed as white. And her mama was a cleaning lady. And so she always tried to pretend that wasn't her mama. That wasn't her mama. That the rich white lady was her mama. And when her mama passed away, all those years of her mama just wanting the best for her and loving her, she hollers, Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mama. But it's too late when she's already gone. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? All those years, your mama tried to be there for you and love you. You know what I'm saying? It's too late now. She gone. And all she wanted what was best for her daughter. I'm going to tell you something. That movie right there, whoo, make tears come to your eyes. I cry every time I watch that movie. Tears just be rolling down my face. I'm just saying. And she is a gospel singer, or was. She has since passed away, obviously. But if you look her up, her name is Mahalia Jackson. And she did the church circuit. There's many, you can find her all over the place. There was a movie made about her life. The things that she went through. She was considered the queen of gospel music. And you can find all different versions of her singing. And they're all beautiful. I don't care which one you click on. They all beautiful. This woman was an amazing singer, an amazing human being all around. Look into who she was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying I've always loved Mahalia Jackson. Always, since I was a little bitty kid. When my mama and me used to watch it, the movie Imitation of Life, when I was little bitty. It's one of my mom's favorite movies. And I've always loved her voice. Always loved it. She is one of the best singers. And not everybody of the new generation knows who she is. And she also was a historical figure on top of that. She sung at Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. If you didn't know. This woman was also not only an amazing gospel singer, right? She would lead prayers and do all these things. She was there during all that. So yes, this lady right here was also a historical figure. Look into who Mahalia Jackson is. She sung, every time she sung the song, she sung them differently. So no matter how many times you hear Trouble of the World, you're going to hear it differently every time on different recordings of her doing it. She never sung the same, her songs never sounded exactly the same. Something would be changed here or there because she sung from her heart. She sung from the words that Jesus gave her. I'm telling you. Mahalia Jackson was an amazing human being, and I wished I could have ever had the chance to meet the beautiful lady. But if you don't know who she is, look her up. She's actually a historical figure, and people need to learn about the historical figures. The name of the movie was Imitation of Life, though. And that is a very good movie if you have not watched it. Let's see where you can watch it. Let me see. Because it usually tells you where you can watch it. Where can you watch Imitation of Life? Imitation of Life. Imitation of Life. 1959. That's the movie right there. You can actually buy it on Amazon. Let's see, where do we watch this movie? Where to watch? Is it going to say where to watch? Very good movie, though, if you've never seen it. Where to watch? Okay. Let's see. Why is it showing me? Hidden Figures was also a very good movie, but You can watch it on Amazon Prime. I know that much. But it's not showing. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably could find the entire movie here on YouTube. Let me see if you can find it on YouTube right quick. Let me see. Imitation of Life 1959 full movie. I'm going to see where you can watch it right quick. Because I want y'all, I'm telling you, you got to watch this movie. It is an amazing, great movie. Just all around. Let me see. This is the trailer right here. I don't know the full movie. I want to know where to point y'all to watch the full movie. It says watch on Apple TV, Fandango at Home, Google Play, Amazon, and YouTube. So it says that you can get it on YouTube, but I'm trying to find the full movie and not just a trailer. But it says that you can watch it on YouTube. So let me see if it is on YouTube. I'm going to try to see. Buy or rent. Let's see. You can buy or rent it on YouTube, probably for a little or nothing, because it's such an older movie. It's 2 hours and 4 minutes long, but I'm pretty sure it says buy or rent on YouTube, so you can. I'm going to share the link to it, even though you have to buy or rent it. I'm pretty sure it's probably not that high. Let me see what it says when it says buy or rent. You can rent it for $3.99 or buy it for $14.99. So it's not that expensive. And if you've never watched Imitation of Life, one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Hey, Uppity Love, how you doing? How's Nala this morning? But yeah, you can get the whole movie on YouTube. You just have to buy or rent it. You can rent it for $3.99 on YouTube. If you've never watched it, I would suggest buying it for the $14 because that's not expensive and it's a good movie and you can rewatch it and shit. And it's one of those movies you can, but you can rent it for $3.99 on YouTube. And you could probably find it for free on other sites. If you look close enough, you might be able to find it for free on other apps or other things. But I absolutely love that movie with a passion. You know what I'm saying? I do. I love that movie with a passion. That is just a good movie altogether. And Mahalia Jackson, when she sings, I'm telling you, to me, she's the closest. She's so close to God. I'm just saying, she's such a blessful woman. But that's where you can get the movie if you ever decide y'all want to watch Imitation of Life. It's a 1959 movie about a lady who she worked for. She was a cleaning lady for a up-to-do star, and she had a daughter who passed as white. The daughter didn't want to be known as a person of color, so she decided to pretend to be the white lady's daughter and pushed her mother away at every turn. And her mother just really wanted to love her. Her daughter's name was Sarah Jane. And the mother passes away. She never gets to say, she tries to say after the mother's gone, Mama, I'm sorry. Mama, I'm sorry. But it was too late. So I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to watch that movie, you're going to cry. I'm going to tell you, you're going to ugly cry. Not just a little bit. You're going to ugly cry. But it's a damn good movie. They used to put it, they may have it on y'all's TVs during certain times of the years, if you'll look for it. It may be playing like on old school, like AMC. You know, the channels that play the older movies and whatnot. And if you have like DirecTV or cable or anything, they may be playing it for free for y'all. But I'm just saying, that's for my people who can't, that do streaming and whatnot. But you know what? I've had an amazing time with y'all today. I stayed here a lot longer than I should have. I got to go pee and eat. I just want to tell you how much I love you. Anybody that's going to have a show in a little bit, if you could tell the people when you're having your show, what it's going to be about, what time, because sometimes YouTube does not give notifications and YouTube be a whole beat. So if anybody's going live or you want to say such and such is going live at such and such time, blah, 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 you can put that here in the chat. Let us know so that we can be there for a person, right? Because I like to spread the wealth. You know what I mean? So if you're going to go live or whatnot at any time, please let us know. And we will make sure that you get, we tell everybody. Be like, hey, this. I'm probably going to go back and edit the shit out of this video, but we had a good morning, didn't we? And I will see y'all out on these streets. I love you all very much. Please remember to wash your ass, wash your face, okay? And preferably not with the same rag. You don't need to be walking around here with ass face, okay? Brush your teeth. Don't be walking around this bitch with halitosis breath. And Axe spray is not deodorant, okay? Get you some real deodorant, okay? Don't be walking around here with dingleberries and shit stains, okay? Jesus said to wash your body, be cleanly. Cleanliness is next to godliness, all right? Don't be a nasty bitch, just saying. And love y'all. I'll see y'all later.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction. This where the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding. Come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue war promising OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, saw blue a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm reppin' my